What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV. It's a panel show. We haven't done one of these in a while, and we have got a star-studded panel for you guys today. We've got Mr. Deluded himself, Danny Kiriakou. How are we doing, bro?
Yeah, he stole my title.
Yeah, I'm good, man. Apart from
Danny calls people deluded. Good. You are deluded, Ariane.
We've got the deluded versus the even more deluded today.
You good though, Danny?
Delusionals. Yeah, I'm good. Apart from a bit ill, I'm good. I'm looking forward to this show today.
Bit of Spurs flu you got.
Yeah, Spurs flu, exactly that.
Yeah, there's a lot
comes
of that
and goes often. Yeah.
I think it's just a constant. I think you just always got it.
It's hiding beneath the surface.
Exactly, and it just rears its ugly head every so often, or quite often.
Every weekend.
Yeah. Ariane, good to have you back. How you doing, bro?
Really, really good. I'm happy to be back on. It's been a while since I've been on the fan shows, so it's good to be talking to you guys.
I know. I think the last time you came on the fan show, Spurs were actually like top 5, top 6. Spurs were doing.
Yeah, we were decent.
Yeah.
Things were going swimmingly.
We thought we were decent.
Yeah, not so much anymore.
It's okay because the November curse is broken. It was just November. It was just another November, guys.
I see.
It's all right.
So you're more positive. You're more positive heading into December then. Brentford at home next.
You'd hope, but like, I don't know. But honestly, I always feel like November's just shit no matter what happens anyway.
Yeah.
Like it's just like miraculously shit. I don't know what it is.
There's
it's because there's more games. There's more opportunity for us to be shit. So you see it more.
Is that? I don't. It can't only be that because December would be equally bad, but November is always like its own league of terrible every time.
It's so true. Yeah. It's because the freshness of the new season wears off by November, then we really start to settle into how.
Yeah, have you seen that? It's like that Paddy Power Club. It's like Wrestling League shat themselves. Now we're now we're done.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's been a lot of debate and discussion on social media through various Spurs accounts and also just general Spurs fans in person as well. It's just like want to get to the bottom of it. Like, what is the main issue at this moment in time in the season? Because
also a lot of WhatsApps.
Yeah, a lot of WhatsApps.
A lot of WhatsApps.
Mainly Danny Kiriakou. But obviously we've won one. Our last win was against Everton away in October, which is crazy.
We didn't win a single game in November.
Not in the league. We won in the Champions League against Copenhagen.
Jesus.
And that's it, right?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. So we've had 2 wins since that. So Everton and Copenhagen. We haven't won a game since. We've looked pretty bad in every single game. I just want to get to the bottom of this.
No, we've not.
No, we've not. What?
Man United. I think we played well against Man United.
Did we? Did we
Yeah.
though?
Yeah, we did.
We did for about 10 minutes.
We should have won.
I thought we were slightly better than Man United in that game, but probably a draw was a fair reflection.
Nah.
What is the real problem at Spurs? Is it the players? Is it the manager? Is it what's going on here? What's that player? I'm going to start with you, Ariane, and maybe can spark a bit of a debate.
It's definitely more the players than the manager, and that's not to say that the manager's not at any fault. Like, obviously there are things that Frank could be doing better, and because here's the thing, right? At the end of the day, Frank and his backroom staff were at Spurs. This was a coaching staff that was so potent, especially going forward. Like, this is the thing. Frank, you could say he doesn't play front foot football, but it wasn't this way where it looks like the attackers are clueless. They can't find the goal, right? Like Mbeumo, Tony, Wissa. These were some of the most potent, dangerous attackers in the league, despite the fact that maybe they weren't playing possession football. So on the transition, they were so dangerous that I really can't subscribe to the belief that Frank can't coach an attack. And I don't think that's what's happening here. I think ultimately our attackers are bad. And the only one that's not is Kudus, who has actually looked like the best version of Kudus ever. Like, out of all of the Kuduses we've seen at Ajax and at West Ham, the one at Spurs, especially at the beginning before he was ran into the floor, was the best Kudus we've seen ever, right? So I think he's able to coach players that's got have something about them. Kudus has the physicality, he has the technical ability. He's not very dissimilar to a player like Mbeumo, and I think we're getting results similar to that out of him. But a player like Odobert is getting better, but ultimately he's way farther off the mark. He's not as physical, he's not as quick, and he has the odd moment here, and he had that really good cameo against Man United. Same with Tell, kind of a moments player. I think he's better than kind of like the likes of Richarlison, but not much, and he doesn't have much to work with. Again, maybe down the line he'll be a better player. And we've had, and Kolomwani is a ready-made player, and he looks, again, him and Kudus are the two players who look like they've got anything about them, and they're under Frank, so and they're producing. So it can't really be a case of like he can't coach, because there's no evidence of that being the case. And you look at players who were struggling last year, and maybe with the exception of Brennan Johnson, but I really don't think you can say that, because even when he was scoring bags of goals, everybody was talking about his shortcomings. So besides, the two players that are giving results, Tell wasn't producing last year. Odobert wasn't producing last year. He was injured, but he didn't really have even at Burnley, he only had 3 goals. Richarlison has been the point of discourse for Spurs for a long time. The players who were really producing results were Maddison, Son, Solanke, and Kulusevski, and they're not available. So when we don't have all of those goals, I think I'll say this, even if Frank ends up being a bust, right now he's the beneficiary of the fact that we have so many injuries, and he's going to be given the benefit of the doubt. And I think rightly so, because we don't have a lot of attacking talent, and that's mainly why we're struggling so much, in my opinion.
Danny?
Yeah, no, I can basically agree with that. Arian made a really good point about the players who are injured at the moment, and I've said it on many different streams. If you look at who scored the goals last season, none of those players are playing. None of them, right? Solanke, Maddison, Kulu, and let's not forget Son, because he did contribute quite a bit last season. Even though it was the worst version of Son that we've seen, he still contributed more than what any of our players have contributed right now in this time last season. So you have to take that into account. When you don't have those players, you've got to try and utilize what you've got. But what we've got, in my opinion, they're not good enough. None of them are. That front line, I was listening to Kate and Jimbo, right, yesterday on their show, and I completely agree with what Jimbo was saying. It's what I've been saying for a while. It's probably one of the worst front lines I've ever seen at Spurs as a whole, as a unit, right? If you take Kudus out of there, who in that front line do you actually want to pay money to go and watch at the Spurs Stadium, right? Mido said it himself. He actually said our players are just not good enough. There's no one in that team that makes you think, wow, like he is a footballer. Like he is quality. Like Tottenham, right, over the years, regardless of how bad we've been, we've always had top class players. Always. Through the years, right? We could go back 20 years and talk about the players that we've had in different seasons and how many class players we've had in a team. We've had like 2 or 3 really top players. Right now, in an attacking position, we don't have that at all. So, what I'm seeing now with Thomas Frank is I think he is doing as best as he can, right, with what we've got. I personally believe he can do a lot better if we've got a lot better players, right? Because let's be honest, even last season with Brentford, right, a lot of those mid players in that front line, I take over our front line every single day of the week. Every single day of the week, right? Even Damsgaard, Norgard, all of them players I take right now over what we've got right now. Because we've got too many players, especially in the midfield, right, that do something, but not enough of other things. They do one thing they might be good at, but they're bad at everything else. Like Sarr, right? He's been awful this season, in my opinion. He started well, and he's been poor, right? But again, he doesn't offer enough. He might run around and's got a good engine, but he can't pass a ball. He's not the best at shooting, right? Occasionally he comes up with a goal. And his link-up play is awful, right? He gets flustered too easily. He loses control of the ball too easily in tight positions, right? It's the same for, like, Bentancur. He does all the nice, like, passing around, sideways passing, but that's all it is. It doesn't do enough of what we need in the central midfielder in the modern day of the Premier League today. And this is the problem. We don't have, like, there's so many players that don't do enough of one specific trait that we need or we could utilize, right? Which is why we're not where we are right now. I've said it so many times. Like, you look at Aston Villa, right? Look at their midfield. Their midfield is above class above ours. Like, they've got really good players like John McGinn, Tielemans. They've got Onana. These players walk into our starting 11, and they've got talent with abundance. Morgan Rogers, all these players, technical, powerful, quick, right? They're all far better than what we have. And like, as good as Paulinho is, right? My opinion with Paulinho is that he only works when you play with someone who can control a football and who can move the ball. You need like a proper ball playing midfielder to play alongside him, because he doesn't work if you don't play with someone who can progress the ball, because he doesn't do that. He's great at cutting the ball out, interceptions, tackling, but he can pass and move, but he needs someone better to actually move that ball forward. And if you haven't got that, and Bentancur's literally doing exactly what he's doing, you've lost the midfield battle already. It's like, and like Arian said, at the top, we haven't got quality that can punish teams. Kudus can't do it by himself, and you can clearly see, even in the game, what was it, the game before Newcastle, right? They were trying to go down the right-hand side all the time. And it was like, it's becoming obvious now what Tottenham how they're going to play. It's like, everyone just give the ball to Kudus, right? And let him do his thing. And it's like, it doesn't work like that. And you can even see Kudus getting frustrated because it's always coming to him. Because whether or not the players don't even trust the other players on the pitch, that's another story. But for me, it doesn't matter who the manager is. I think you bring in another manager, it's going to be the same shit with these players, in my opinion. And I think until we get a core, I don't know. I gave you boys a list of 14 players I think don't deserve to be at this football club and shouldn't be at this football club. And until we start weaving those players out and bringing in the levels of Kudus's, Xavi Simons, Paulinho's, we bring in that type of level of footballer. Like, we bring in like a Neves. You go and get a Morgan Gibbs-White, right? 2 top midfielders who can do what you need to do, right? And that gives you the depth, right? So that if you rotate as well in multiple competitions, then you've got the quality still there. And I think that's a massive problem for Frank. And because, look, Frank is also, there's issues with Frank himself, because we'll get into that after. But I think the biggest problem for me right now is the players. And then there are elements of the manager and how he's setting up. But I do think he's a little bit playing with his hands tied behind his back. But I also feel that he is definitely being less risky. And I believe that's because I feel that he thinks the players are not good enough, and he doesn't trust them enough to do what he wants them to do. And I've seen things that, for me, makes me believe that as well.
I think people are underestimating our player. I mean, you can't. I mean, we had that chat on WhatsApp, and you said, you know, they're 13th, 14th best squad in the league, and I think that's just complete rubbish, to be honest with you, Danny. I'm looking at it, right. These set of players, with the players that you're talking about that scored all those goal contributions, won the Europa League last year, right? You don't have a bad set of squad if you can win a trophy. I'm not saying these pack of squad are world beaters, not at all. But I think, you know, at least we can finish in the top 7 with this group of players that we've got at our disposal. There is no question about it in my mind that if you have a manager that can get the best out of them tactically, they'll perform a lot better. There is no question in my mind when you look at the set of the players, this manager can get more out of them than what they're showing. Pedro Porro, he's been absolutely shocking this season. He's a much better player than what he's showing. Destiny Udogie, last few games, he's been crap. He's much better than what we're showing. I think pretty much every player, apart from Van der Ven, I think a manager can get more out of them if they use them right in a better tactical setup and you know, playing them to their strength a bit more. You're looking at our defence, you know, I don't think we've got a bad player in our defence when you look at Romero, Mickey Van der Ven, Udogie, Porro, even the defensive midfielders. I think Paulinho is a very good defensive midfielder. You've got players around him. Pape Sarr, I think he's much better than what he's showing right now, and I think he's shown that in the past, maybe not consistently, but We're conceding goal after goal. We're conceding chance after chance. We're supposed to be defensive first right now. It's an absolute madness. We're progressing the ball just down one side of the pitch, and I get the left side is nowhere near as strong as the right side, but we've got players in this team that can elevate us to showing more than what we're doing right now. And for me, I don't think the players are good enough to what we want to be: top 4, top 5, Champions League football. But what I do believe is that they're a lot better than what Thomas Frank is getting out of them right now, and I'm certain of that.
But you can I just say, right, 2 things. First of all, if you take away the Europa League win last season, now tell me your opinion on if you think these players are good enough, right?
I still
because
think they're good enough.
everyone
I
keeps
still
going
think they're
back
good.
to.
We wouldn't have finished 17th if we weren't in Europa League.
Here's the thing, right? Here's how you independently. Here's how you independently look at this, right? And I pulled this up. We are right now 11th in the Premier League table. Okay, 11th. And that's obviously not probably where we're going to finish. We're probably going to finish somewhere right, it's 7th or 8th, I think. But maybe even higher if things, January, whatever. But you look at this team, right? You look at the front 3 of every team above us. And besides Kudus, you tell me if a single player gets in. Let's start from 10th, right? You've got Everton, who've got Grealish and Jai, and then Barry. You could probably say Colomani gets in ahead of Barry. And I'll tell you right now, that's probably where it ends.
Only probably.
Right? Sure, Colomani gets in ahead of Barry. Now, and by the way, NGI and Kudus is a toss-up, so that might even out anyway. Man United, not a single player gets in.
Yep.
Nope, right? Even Kudus, because Mbeumo's better.
But Ariane, look, I agree with this sentiment, and I've also gone through it, and I think our forward, that's what needs the most work in our squad. We're nowhere near the finished product.
So, but here's the thing.
It's not about just our forward players; it's about the whole squad.
Of course it is. Of course it is. Because
of course it's the forward players.
We've talked about this before. I really don't subscribe to this idea. And it was the same thing with Ange about his defense. I don't subscribe to the idea that because you have a good defense, your defense is going to be good, or if you have a good attack, your attack is going to be good. It's a team effort. If your team sucks, if one part of your team sucks, the whole team sucks. If you have incredible defenders, but your attackers are poor in every aspect of the game for the most part, you're still going to struggle. Because in the modern game, every player is a defender, every player is an attacker. That's just how it is. Like, footballers are more homogenous than ever. So when your issue is that you've got, for example, Brendan Johnson, who notoriously does not do defensive work, then we're going to concede more attacks off his side, whether he's playing on left or right. Because, irrespective of how well Doggy or Spencer or Poro might be doing in that day. Or whatever. Or the fact that, let's say, Otterberg or Richarlison can't hold on to possession. That puts more pressure on our midfield. Our midfields get ran out, we concede more chances. Little things like that. That is what the difference. Those are the difference makers. That's why a team like Arsenal are so strong, because they can hold possession. Their teams don't get tired. Everyone's on the same page. They press in a whole systemic manner, because every single player is as good as the other. Marino is their most dangerous player. He's a holding midfielder, right? So that's the state of football right now. And when you don't have a good whole squad, forget about the fact that our depth is shit. We don't even have time to talk about that. Our starting 11 is nowhere near good enough. And if you look at in terms of balance, forget even about just the front 3 alone. In terms of balance, the level, the discrepancy between how good your defense is to your forward line. Again, Everton as a team, their defensive line and their midfield line and their attacking line is probably just as good as each other. Man United, same thing. Liverpool, same thing. Brighton, same thing. Sunderland, for sure, the same thing. Crystal Palace, Chelsea, Villa, Man City. So these teams legitimately, besides Sunderland, and even then, because they had a wonderful window, so it's a toss-up, besides Sunderland and Everton, you could legitimately make the case that every single one of these teams has a significantly better squad than us. So why should we expect to finish above them?
I don't agree with you, Ariad. I don't agree with you.
Break it down. What team does have a better squad than us?
I don't agree as well, the sentiment that everyone in the top 10 has a better front line than us in terms of players. I don't agree with that sentiment.
I think
as well.
they do.
Who doesn't? Who doesn't have a better front line than us?
Yeah.
Brighton have better strikers on paper than us? Does Sunderland have better strikers?
Matoma.
What about Matoma?
You're telling me that a front 3 of Mitoma, Minte, and Welbeck is worse than what we have?
Yes.
Better than what we've got.
What, Kudus, Mwani? You think if Kudus and Mwani played for Brighton, they wouldn't be killing it? Don't joke with me.
No, Kudus and Rouhani are better players.
Yeah, that's a front three.
But the fact,
if you think Xavi Simons was playing for Brighton, he wouldn't be much better. You think you don't think if they played in the attacking system, it would be much better?
I think Xavi Simons is going to come good.
Does Sunderland have a better front three than us? Does Sunderland have a better front three than us?
Sunderland's the only one you can make a case.
The Palace have a better front three than us.
Easily. It's not even close, Palace.
So what? So Mateta gets in. Who else?
Mateta gets in. Pino gets in. Easily.
Does he?
Over our left
Pino's
wing?
playing better than what we've got right now.
Does Kudus get in for them?
Sure. I said besides
Simmons
Kudus is the only player we have that even gets into like 8 of these teams.
Yeah.
You don't think if some of our players were playing for Palace, maybe we'd be performing better?
They would, but again, here's the thing. But I'm telling you, part of the reason for that is because they've got a more balanced squad, and also, and this is what I'm saying, the reason that Brighton's front three is better than ours is because they've got Matoma on the left, and we've got either Odegaard or Simmons.
Okay, and there's one thing saying that. The fact of the matter is, right, we are 18th. For expected goals per game, 18th. So are we the 18th worst attack in the league?
No.
Is that what you think? So that's what we're performing like at the moment. That's how we're performing. That's the amount of chances you create. That's what we're providing for our strikers is the 18th lowest in the whole Premier League.
Sure.
The likes of Wolves are higher, Fulham are higher, West Ham, Forest, Leeds. Are all of their attacks? Are all their teams much more geared up to creating chances than us? Is that what we're saying?
No.
So,
but I think you want to look at chance creation.
How can we judge this attack as harshly as we are when they're getting absolutely dog shit? Kind of, the system is creating nothing for them. They're getting no service. The attackers, the strikers, are barely getting a shot a game. We're basically crossing the ball 30 times a game and hoping that's going to be a good enough kind of way forward or way to attack to score goals against his team. Basically, it's give it to Kudus and Porro and try and get a crossing. That's all we have. And it's not because the rest of the players are bad, because Odegaard has actually been quite good in recent games, and when he has played, he's actually
been good in one game.
One game.
If you look at the stats, he's been one of our better attackers this season. He hasn't got a look in. Xavi Simons is barely getting a look in the moment. He hasn't started 4 games in a row. He's our most creative player. He's our biggest creator.
Yep.
He's our best technician, and he's not getting a look in. Whose fault is that? Why is he not playing? Is it because he's just rubbish and then he's not playing
I'll tell you right now.
Or is it because Frank can't get the best out of him at the moment?
Right.
The way we're set up at the moment, there is no ball progression through the centre. We're doing the same thing every single game. We're barely creating a chance. We've created...
But why is it we can't...
We've created the 3 lowest XG chances in the whole league. In the whole season, for everyone, not just Tottenham.
They can't do
and
it.
This is for so we're the worst. So we're the worst.
I think our players don't have confidence, Tim. They don't have confidence in themselves.
Why don't they have confidence?
Because they don't like to play under pressure and stress. It's like the same thing we heard under Conte. Our players, look how cowardice they are at our stadium.
Is the type of manager
they are scared of playing at home.
That's a cop-out.
They are scared of playing at home, Tim. Why do you think we play better away from home? We play better away from home because it isn't the pressure of the home fans.
We don't really play better away from home. We just get a bit more lucky
do.
and we're more solid.
Though.
We don't.
No,
do we attack more? Do we attack more? Do we create more chances? We don't.
We have done. So
the
are we
stats
saying,
say
are we
we
gonna
don't.
sit
The
here,
stats say we
are
don't.
We gonna, what? Show me. I want to see the stats because what I've seen away from home this season.
I'm telling you,
we have played better away at home. Away from home.
At home, we've created 6 XG. I
don't want to talk about
and
XG.
Away from home, we're talking about chances created. We're talking about chances created.
I'm talking about how many shots
I'm saying we're getting more.
How many chances we had?
I don't know about shots.
Expected goals or expected chances.
Expected goals is more accurate. Is more accurate than shots. That's a more accurate metric.
Look at the actual stats for chances created. That's what you have to look at. Not how much we expect to create and how much we expect to score. That is chances created. Anyway.
That is chances created. XG is chances created. That's what it is.
Expected goals.
Yeah, from what you create. That is what expect. You don't understand what it means.
No.
You don't understand what expected goal means. You don't understand it.
Well, no. A chance, Sim, is when a player puts a ball into someone, right, and they have a chance to score a goal.
Correct.
And expected. Yeah, but that doesn't mean that they're going to score that goal, and
Correct.
it shouldn't be deemed as expected goal because it doesn't mean
you're just hung up on the
term. To score a goal.
The expected goals means the chances you create. That's what expected goals means.
No, all you need to do is look at chances, not fucking expected goals.
That is it,
Danny,
chances.
Danny.
That is
XG,
chances.
XG is a measurement of
How good your chances
yeah,
are.
exactly.
That's
Right.
what it is.
I don't care about XG. It's a fucking stupid
So
stat.
you don't care
all
about
I care
XG, but
about
you care
is
about chances
what-
created when
what
that's the same
chances-
stat.
Right. If
That's the
Bentancur
same
puts
stat.
the ball to Richarlison, that's
Yeah.
a chance, right?
Yeah.
That's not what expected goals are.
Yes, it is. That's what it is.
How is it expected goals? That's called
You
a
don't
chance,
understand.
mate.
Expected goals, all it does is measures how good the chances are that you create. That's what it is.
No,
That's the
I
stat.
don't care. I don't care about
It's just
how
'cause
good the
it's called
chance is.
expected goals, you don't
I don't
like it,
care
that's
about
it.
how good the chance is. A chance in football is a fucking chance. When I used to play football, right, if someone passes me the ball and I'm in front of goal, I've got a chance to score a goal. It's not about how
Right.
good the
Yeah, but
chance actually is.
some chances are higher quality than the others, and some are more likely
Yeah,
to
I
score
don't
from
care
than
about
another
that. They're
one.
professional footballers.
Yeah,
Who
but that's
cares about
real.
the quality
So
of
a
the
shot
chance?
from 30
A
yards
chance
is
a
better
chance.
than a shot in the box. Is that what you're saying? A shot
You
from
know.
30, a shot from
Look,
30
Sim,
yards is the same
I
as
will
a shot
never
from in the
get
box.
behind expected goal statistics. I think it's the most pointless statistic in football. It
But you
really
care,
is.
so you don't care about but you just said you do care about chances
I
created.
care about chances created. Look
That
at the
is the
stats for
same
how many.
stat.
Right,
It's
you
the
know,
same thing.
no. If you look at the XG Spurs have got this season, and look at the chances created, you'll see different statistics.
Yes, because all XG does is
This
measures
is
how
what I'm
good.
saying.
Yeah, but it measures how good the chances are. That's all it does.
I don't care about how good the chance is. You're not understanding what I'm saying. I don't give a
Why?
fuck if the chance is a good chance or a bad chance. A chance is a chance.
So a
That's
shot
all
from
it is.
so for you, a shot from 30 yards is the same as a 1-on-1 with
If
the
a
keeper.
player
Is that what
has
you're
the
saying? Wait,
ball-
is that what you're saying? A shot from
What?
30 yards is the same as a 1-on-1 with the keeper. Is that what you're saying?
That's a chance. It's a
So
chance.
a shot. So you are saying that a shot from
do you
30
want
yards
to
out.
look? Do you want to look in the
So
dictionary?
is that what you're saying,
chance
Danny?
means?
Is that what you're saying, Danny? A shot
you
from
wanna have a
30
look?
yards out. Just say it. A shot from
Yes,
30 yards
a
out.
chance is
shot
a
from 30.
chance.
So a shot from 30 yards out is the same as
If
a
a
1-on-1 with the
player
keeper.
passes
Is that
the
what you're
ball,
saying?
I don't give a fuck if the chance is a good chance or a bad chance. It's a chance.
So you are saying
I
that.
don't care about expected
you are-
goals.
so you are
I care
saying
about
that.
chances created.
So you are saying
Oh
that.
my
A shot
goodness.
from 30 yards is the same as a 1-on-1 with the keeper. You are saying that. Just to get it clear on the record.
Say it again.
A shot from 30 yards is exactly the same as a 1-on-1 with the keeper.
A chance is a chance. It doesn't
Right.
matter what chance is. Chance
I,
is a chance.
I can't get behind that. I can't get behind that. I'm
It's
sorry.
fine. You go with your stupid expected goal stats.
And you go hard saying you're just as likely to
I
score
will,
a
a
30-yard
chance is a
shot
chance.
than a 1-on-1 with the keeper. So
A chance
wait.
is a chance.
A 30-yard, a
Chance
shot
is
from
a
the
chance.
halfway line is the same as a tap-in on the goal line. Is that what you're saying?
No, that's not what I'm
Well,
saying.
that's what expected goals measures.
Expected goals is a bullshit statistic, and I will never
Okay.
get behind expected goals. It's an absolute fallacy of a
All right,
statistic.
let's move on from this XG.
Forget that. In terms of at home versus away from home, we are scoring more goals away from home. But in terms of the chance we're
Are we?
creating, yeah, we are. But we're creating the same amount of chances. We're just getting a bit more lucky, to be honest. We're overperforming what we should be.
every goal we score is lucky. Then, Sim, is that what
Well,
you're
look
saying?
at Romero's overhead kick. That wasn't lucky.
He still scored.
Yeah, he scored great, but we got a bit lucky.
Oh, so
That's it.
so every goal we Tottenham score, it's luck, right? And every goal.
every
What
the
are we
other team
getting into?
scores is-
What are we
Not
getting
every
into?
goal.
This is not productive.
All I'm talking
It's definitely
about,
not productive.
All I'm talking about,
This is not productive.
our players, all right, are a lot better than what you say they are. They're a lot better. We have a good squad. We do have good
I don't
players
think
in
so.
our team.
But Sim, legitimately based on what?
Based
And
on
here's
what?
here's the problem.
Okay,
Here's
okay.
the problem with setting
Who-
the
Yeah.
Europa League win because they weren't even the ones playing.
They were. They're the ones who were playing in the Europa League.
No, Odobert didn't play. Simmons didn't play. Richarlison played for a half in the final and he didn't score.
And he also played in the semis, and we were all praising his performances.
And he didn't score.
It doesn't matter if he scored or not. We were still
Of
praising
course
his
it matters.
performances.
Madison and
Oh, it's a
Solanke.
striker
were the
that doesn't
main-
score.
My point is, we are much
Madison
better.
didn't play either. Madison didn't play the final.
No, but you said semifinal, so I said Madison scored in the semifinal.
Okay,
Yeah, he
forget that.
scored.
Forget that. Doesn't matter. The important thing is, right? We might not be the best attack in the Premier League. We might not be up there with the top teams with our attack. But we are better than what we're showing. We're better than 18th.
Sure.
We are-
And here's the thing, Sam.
And that's
the
my
wonderful
point.
thing.
We can't
The
create a
wonderful
chance at the
thing-
moment.
Here's the thing.
And how's that
Here's
not
the-
on the manager?
Here's the thing, right? It can be both. And I
Yeah,
said
look,
that.
I agree with that.
The very first thing I said was, I'm not saying that the manager's not doing anything wrong, but if you made me pick, if you said you have to replace one, the first thing I'm doing is going after the players. Because at the end even if they're better, like Odobert, and here's the thing, Sim, like Odobert has played one good game, right? Like at the end of the day, and I know you're gonna say this stat here, this that. Odobert's always been a flashes and moments player, and he had one good game. And I know there's a game here where he gets a sub and he gets the ball and he does something nice. Ta-da, nothing happens, right? So at the end of the day, he's not consistent enough for me to rely on him. And I'm sure, and I've seen enough to say, look, he's probably going to be a tidy player down the line. He's probably going to be useful down the line, but not right now, right? Simmons, obviously, we know he's talented. I think he's eventually going to come good, even if it's not under Frank. If Frank gets sacked next week, like at some point, this kid is clearly talented. He's done it at the biggest stages. He knows how to do it. Even when he plays, you can see the flashes. Same kind of thing with Odobert with him. Like he's shown enough to show that he's clearly a good player. Maybe you have to unlock him. Frank should be doing better. Maybe he should be playing him more. My opinion is you should be playing Simmons no matter what. And if he's shit, you play him again. And if he's shit, you play him again. That's really my take on it, because that's the kind of player he is. Some players you just have to play no matter what because they need rhythm, right? But also, the thing I'm gonna really fall back on when it comes to the argument with the manager is Frank's reputation wasn't even that he was like a pragmatic defensive coach. That isn't what he even was, right? Nuno was that. When we got, and the reason I'm making news because Nuno's always the parallel people draw to, and I really have a problem with that because the two things: Nuno had Kane and Son, and prime Son, the best Son we've ever seen, which right, that's what Nuno had, and Frank has Odobert on the same side, and I'm picking out Odobert, but it's just like he's a good player, but he's just not right.
You just say he's a good player.
Like he's a good talent, but he's not anywhere near.
But isn't
the level
Frank has come in because he improves players, right? He makes players better.
But here's this I'm telling you, right? This I'm telling you. Frank, his reputation wasn't that like he's this really defensive. He'll play this like cagey football. He'll grind it out at 1-0. Nuno was that, and we brought him in, and it didn't work because Nuno has never coached attacking football in his life. Frank, on the other hand, has coached when he was the dominant side in the championship, and I really don't like using that because it's not really that relevant to the Premier League.
People say Nuno did when he was at Valencia, played attacking football.
Right? He didn't. Nobody didn't. Nuno legitimately did not. It's like if I tell you that like Sunderland are an attacking team because they have good counterattacks. It's not the same thing, right? Frank was one of the most. Remember the thing that they did where like they blitzkrieged you in like the first minute and they scored like in the first minute like 3 games in a row. Like Frank has a reputation of being this like a coach who coaches these deadly attacks in a team that's going to punch up. So it's not like he doesn't know how to coach an attack. He doesn't have that reputation. So I just don't believe that narrative that he can't coach an attack. And it'd be one thing, right? You can see this with coaches where they'll have a really, really good like group of staff around them, and it's a whole unit, and you take the main guy out, but without their staff, they're kind of a fish out of water. But that's not even what's happening here. He took his whole backroom staff with him, and I just can't subscribe to the belief that all of these people overnight forgot how to coach attackers. There's no way. And again, the reason I can see that is because the players we have that have something about them, even the players who I would say didn't, like I did not rate Odobert until whatsoever coming into the season, and I've seen them improve. So it's not like they're not improving, but they're just like if you bring someone up from here to here, but the level's here, like that's where we are. Like yeah, I think he is improving these attackers individually, right? Besides Simmons, who's really been the only player like we've been underwhelmed and you'd say dropped off from where you kind of saw him when you did see him, because obviously he didn't play in the Premier League, but he was much better than this in Euros, right? Autobert's improved, Tell's improved, Kudus has improved, and I guess like Johnson and Richarlison are kind of exactly where they left off, and I think those are the players that everybody would point to before the season even started and say they just don't have anything about them, right? So, and Kolomwani came in, he's been great. So you want to look at an individual thing. I don't think individually these players have even been performing that badly. And you're gonna say, and I know you're gonna say next, you're gonna say, here's the kicker, they're not getting enough chances. And here's the thing, exactly. I agree. Right? I agree. And I would say my biggest criticism of Frank, by far, was extending Bentancur's contract. There was no reason to do that. Yeah. It was the worst decision he's made, right? And that, I think when the problem starts and ends a little bit with just how bad our midfield is. Palhinha is, every time he plays, he's the best player on the ball in the midfield. That's the biggest problem we have. Every time Palhinha has the ball, he looks better on it than when like Bentancur or Sarr is. Like, so when Paulinho is your best ball playing midfielder, you've got a massive fucking problem. And when Simmons can't step up to it, and when Bergval's not feeling it, which some games he's really not, like on Newcastle, I think he was really good, but there's some games where Bergval's not performing, and we don't
But
have.
he's misprofiling Bergval. He's not playing him in his
Yeah,
best position.
yeah, he is. And I think the biggest problem with Frank is that he's misprofiling our midfielders. I do not think he has a problem coaching the attackers individually. And I can kind of sit here and say I hope it gets better. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. But that is where the problem starts and ends. And maybe, hopefully, like we don't know, but also the personnel isn't that good, right? Besides Paulinho, who's not a ball progression. Like, in terms of ball progression, Bergval and Simmons are the two options we have. Sar's never been that, right? Bentancur's never been that. Paulinho's never been that. None of these players have been that. And when when Simmons and Bergval aren't consistently performing, right? And I think that's kind of why he's it's almost not even misprofiling. When he's not using Simmons, he needs somebody in the 10. It has to be Bergval. Who else is it going to be, right? You know what I'm saying? Maybe Autobert, but he's not physical enough to play there. So it becomes one of those things. So, like, for what
he needs to persist with Simmons. That's what he needs to do.
I
he
agree.
needs to get him acclimatized to the Premier League.
I told you. In my opinion, Simmons should play every game. When he's shit, he should play again. When he's dog shit, he should play again. When he's awful, he should play again. When he's the worst player on the pitch, he should play again.
100%.
Right? That's my opinion. But, it's also a results game. Like, what does it look like on Frank? I believe that. But not everybody believes that. So if you're the owner, or if you're a fan, or if you're anybody, and you see Simmons is shit, why is he playing him again? We're going to be asking those questions. Because guess what? If he does that, do you think people don't come in here and say, why doesn't he try Odegaard? Why is he not playing Bergval? Why doesn't he play a different system? Like, people are going to say that too. So it is kind of a lose-lose game in a results business. So you have to recognize that when you're going to talk about these things. So again, that's why I'm going to always default to the fact that, like, he is going to, until Kulusevski comes back and is fit, he's going to get the benefit of the doubt, right? Like, I think Kulusevski will be so perfect.
You can't rely on one player to revolutionize the whole team.
I get that, but that would be another option. Until he has more than 1.5 attacking 10s, like, you can't say, like, not that you can't, but no decisions.
I'm sorry, I can't sit here and say I don't expect this team to create a single chance until Kulusevski comes back. I just can't buy into that. We're not creating anything. We're 18th in the league for chances created. We're 18th. That is unacceptable right now. Even for the, you're saying they're not good enough. The set of attackers are a lot better than that. Loads better than
Sim,
that.
Sim, to debate that, right? How are we the fifth best team in the league for goals scored and fourth best team for assists in the league?
Look, because we get a few goals from transition.
The only so in goals, just to say in goals, the only teams that have scored more than us are Man City, Arsenal, Chelsea, and Brighton, right? Every other team in the league has scored less goals than us.
Yeah,
and
because we're massively overperforming our chances created. We're massive, and it's reverting. Okay. And it's been reverting. Because our attackers aren't so bad.
But if we look at the assists, right, as well, only Man City, Arsenal, and Chelsea have got more assists than us, right?
Okay, but that's such a bad metric. You're saying what? Someone's gonna pick up the ball in the halfway line and just dribble to the goal. That doesn't happen. Almost. No,
what I'm saying is the chart that they're far more in terms of the chances that we do have. We seem to take more of the chances we do have than we don't, right? Our problem is we don't create enough chances.
Yeah, but Danny, we've been scoring goals. Richarlison's been scoring from the halfway line, and Romero scored a 100 overhead kick.
Is that we're going to judge it on Richarlison scoring from the halfway line?
But that's the goals that we've been scoring recently. That's half the goals we've scored in the last few weeks.
It's why we're not good enough, Ben. We've got players like Richarlison who don't.
But you're just disproving your point. You're disproving your point. Our players are making a lot with a little because we're creating so little, they're doing a lot with it because it's actually not bad.
I think our players are doing more than what they are. Right, in terms of they are performing better than what they are capable of performing.
No, they're performing a lot worse. They're performing a lot worse.
Ben, this team finished 17th last year.
This team finished 17th. Half the team was injured for the whole season.
And who's injured now?
But to be fair,
we've got more injuries. We've got more injuries than any other team in Europe. Look, Arian, we've got more injuries than any other team in Europe. In Europe's top 5 leagues. We are the most injury-ridden team at the moment in Europe, right? And the 5 players who scored and assisted last season more than anyone else, they either left the club or they're injured. So how do we expect to be doing better than what we're doing? It
We
doesn't
have
make
Here's the thing,
sense.
when you
we
say
have
everybody
Simmons,
was
we
injured-
have Mawani, we have talent there. We have Bergval. We
Who's
have
the
players
talent?
who can.
Bergval.
I just
Where's
named
the
it to you. Kudus,
But where's the
Simmons,
proof that Bergval is going to
Mawani.
give us goals and assists him? Where's the
He
proof?
can create. We've seen it last season.
No,
He's
he
a
can't.
good player.
Oh my God.
He's a
Let's
good
look
player.
at the actual
So
stats, right?
he's not a good player. He's not a good
I'm
player.
gonna get something up for you. I'm
Here's
gonna
the
show
thing,
you.
right?
He's not. He
Here's the
doesn't
thing.
provide. I'm not expecting him to provide goal contributions. I'm expecting him.
But you can't
to
just say
provide
something based on
quality.
opinion if you don't look at it factually.
What? What am I saying?
Bergval doesn't create. He's good at forward runs. He doesn't create.
So he's misprofiling him. Whereas Simmons does provide goals and
But
assists.
again, it goes
Mawani
back to
should.
my point.
Kudus
Sim.
can.
It goes back to my point that we've got players that can do. They're good at one thing, but they can't do the other things, and that's the problem. And so
Like
if you
what?
put Sarr in, Sarr's going to run the game, run it non-stop running, right? But what else is he going to do? Bergval, he can take the ball and drive forward, but does nothing else with it. So again,
true.
you lose something. That's the stats. Look at the stats.
He's.
You
I
wanna
told
talk
you, he's our
about
best
stats?
midfielder for
Oh,
progressive
you know what?
passes this
I'm
season.
gonna-
He's
I'm
our
gonna
best
get it up. I'm gonna
midfielder
get
for
it up for
progressive
you.
passes this
I'll
season.
get it up.
He's our
I'll
best
get it up.
midfielder.
Ariane,
Okay,
for you, Ariane, where does this squad rank in the Premier League? Where? Tell me where this team should finish.
I think if we finish below 8th, it's an underperformance.
That's exactly my argument. I said this team should be finishing in the top 7. This squad that we've
Yeah.
got. That's exactly what I said. So
I think we're
don't.
going to probably finish around there anyway. I don't think we're going to end up finishing lower than that.
The point was the reason I was going at Danny because he thinks 13th or 14th is where this squad should be, and
No,
I'm
I
thinking
think
like
if
this
we-
is
if we-
mental.
If we finish 8th, right, I think that's a very good season for this squad. I don't
not.
think we should be. I don't think we should be expecting to finish better. I honestly don't.
I think like if like a good season, like this team, it would be. It's hard to say because like seasons are long and there's January windows and like players will come out of nowhere and go away, like, you know what I mean? So it's hard to say, but like if this team finished 5th, that wouldn't be like the most outlandish thing that's happened ever. Like it could happen.
Agreed.
Right?
Exactly.
So this system can work, and I think like when we're all talking about it, right? The midfield is just such a big issue. You look at like I think our best ever performance, like this season, like our best performance by a landslide this season was Brighton away, right? Brighton away, we were so good. We had no right losing that game, right? Or not losing. It feels like a loss. It was a draw. And it was because that was the game where we had that 10. Like we had the midfield progression. When we have that and we're firing, you can see the individuals. Like individually, I don't think the coaching staff is lacking. I think like if you actually look one like player at a time, skill set, right? Like if you put a player in a lab and you're like, has he gotten better at this X, Y, and Z? Like I think most of our players have gotten better at whatever it is they weren't good at, right? But the problem is when you're trying to move as a unit, you need you're only as strong as your weakest link, and when your weakest link is the heart of the team, then you got even more problems. So, right when Xavi was on it that game, he came off the bench and he was just on it. He was cutting through them, everything. We were looking great, and even like against Newcastle, he came on. I thought he looked very bright, and I thought we looked better. Against Man United, Otterberg comes on and he kind of assumes that role, right? So like there's when we get that player in the odd game here and there where they really kind of take control of the ball progression and we can really do it, I think we look really good, which is a positive sign. The negative is just how rare it is because of how like, you know, it is on Frank. The players clearly aren't confident. The technical floor is so low. It's so incredibly low. Like when we're bad, we're terrible. We're shambolic, and that's like it's like the ceiling. The problem is the gap between the floor and the ceiling. Like when we're good, we're honestly so very very good. Like we're not just like we're very good. Like we're very threatening when we're on it, but it happens so like rarely, and the opposite is so bad. It's as bad as it is common. Like it's all the time, and it's unwatchable. So it kind of sucks. It's one of those, right? But the positive is more players come in. Like when Kula comes in, right? when Kulu comes in, I'm not saying, again, obviously it's stupid. Like I think the one thing that I've learned over the 5.5 or 6 years that I've been watching this team is every single time I've been like, this player is going to come back and it's going to be better. Not one time has that been the case.
Never works out.
It literally has never been the case. Like, besides Harry Kane being injured. That's the only time it works, right? Every other time, I'm like, oh, when he's back, we're going to be on. Like, that's not what I'm saying. But when Kulu comes back, maybe having more options, having that diversity is going to be just him coming back and training, right? Maybe it's just going to be something that Xavi can work off. And then maybe in January we can bring in somebody else. Like if we got a Gibbs White, like not in January, but like had we gotten a Gibbs White, this season looks so different in my opinion. Because I think he's the player. He's got the physicality. He's got the experience. He's got the goals, right? But we got Xavi, who needs to catch up in speed, who needs to do all those things. And I think that's hurting us so much. And also, again, another one, like Kudus playing at that. There was a few spurts where like Kudus got moved to the 10 or you assume the role of the 10. And again, when he's progressing the ball, like we look good. If we can progress the ball individually, I think we have it, right? And you were mentioning, obviously, like we're being so clinical with our chances, which again, can be positive at an individual aspect. So I think that the stuff is there, and that's why broadly, like overall, I'm not looking at Frank and saying he's been a total catastrophe failure. He's not done anything, right? But I think as a team, that progression has just been so poor that it literally undermines anything else. Like it doesn't even matter how good anything else is. When the progression is that bad, nothing matters. Like legitimately, that is problem number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 100. And it looks, I don't want to say it looks worse than it is, but it might make it seem like there are more problems than there are. You know what I mean?
I just feel like, I think, as you say, if we're pinning for one player to change our whole attack, I think it's a bit of a fool's errand. Obviously, we don't know what's going on with Solanke and we know what's going on with Maddison, but Solanke, I don't know what the hell has happened there. That's a bit of a worry. But for me, we can say all these things. Oh, when we're on it, we look good, which has basically been a game and a half in how many games we had this season? Like 20 games. Yeah. Like we've really. You can't really point to that little amount and say that's representative of who we are, rather than the.
I'm not saying it is, not even close.
But the problem is how, like, in terms of since Frank has come, we have gotten worse going forward. We're pretty much just as bad defensively according to the stats. Not only are we worse going forward, but we've gone from a decent attacking team to one of the worst in the league. Like literally in the relegation zone for our attacking metrics. Apart from goals scored, but fair enough. But that's mostly because we're massively outperforming our attacking numbers. We're creating the least amounts. Some of the attacks that are creating more than us.
I blame the month of November, to be honest with you. I blame the month of November.
Yeah, but we can blame the calendar all we want.
It's the calendar, man. If it was like in December, everything's gonna be different. Watch.
The mentality of the team is clearly risk averse. We're clearly a team that doesn't want to take risks, albeit Frank has always said not to take risks is to take risks.
Yeah, you can see he's one of the most adventurous managers ever. He's taking so many risks every game.
I wish he was, but the midfield.
He's not taking any risks.
It's so true. The midfielders are just passing it sideways. They've got no kind of ambition to play through the centre. They've got no ambition for any forward progression. We've got one plan at the moment when we're going forward, and sometimes it works. Always a set piece, which we kind of make the most of. Which that has, by the way, dried up. And actually, the numbers on that,
we haven't scored a set piece in
the numbers on that as well. By the way, we create the least per corner in the Premier League, one of the least. So actually, again, that's another metric we've been getting lucky in a lot of the season, rather than some of the other teams who actually create a lot more than us. So he actually, when it comes to on the pitch, in the first 14 games in the league, I haven't seen much improvement whatsoever, apart from maybe you could argue set pieces. Apart from that, there is nothing in this team that he has got us doing well. And I know it's early in the project. I know you have to I want to give him time. And as I'm saying, I don't think we should sack him. I'm going to give him time to get these things right. But there is enough of a sample size to judge on what we're seeing, regardless of injuries and regardless of who he has missing. I'm not interested in who he has missing. I'm interested in who he has available, and who he has available is a good set of players, all internationals who play well for their and start. A lot of them for their international teams, good international teams, but a lot of them signed for big money from who we're all excited about in the summer, right? So that's who he has available at his disposal. Much better team than he had at Brentford, in my opinion. And the trends are downwards. We're getting worse defensively. We've always been pretty bad for the whole season going forward. We're in the relegation zone when it comes to the amount of chances we are creating. We're actually near the bottom of the league now for the amount of chances we're giving up. And for me, I don't see how you can't see this as a managerial issue more than a player issue. The players are not as bad as what you're saying. We have a good set of players. We have players who start for Holland, start for Spain, start for Argentina, are in the France squad, was signed for 50 million and in the Dutch team, right? We signed 50 million from West Ham and start for Ghana. We have a lot of good players in this squad who would definitely be challenging, who could easily be playing for teams above us, in my opinion. And so to say that this squad is no better than what we are seeing right now, I just don't see how you can argue that point with any reality, in my opinion.
That's it. That's case closed. That's it. Debate done. Surely. Like, how can you argue against that, Danny? How?
Because I want to bring up something to show you otherwise.
Go on.
I've tried to. I don't know if Sammy can put it on screen. Yeah, I can put it on. But it's just some statistics for this season.
Is this data MB?
Yes, this is data MB. Yeah.
Okay. So these are not per 90 metrics. These are just total metrics.
Total metrics, yeah. These are total metrics.
Per 90s are more accurate, just saying, but anyway.
Yeah, well, I can show you that as well. But can you see the screen? I don't know if you can see it or not.
I can see. I don't know what I'm looking at, but I can see something.
You gotta scroll up so you know what color is what player.
Yeah, I'm going to. I will. Right. So you see here, right? You've got forward passes, progressive passes, right? Who do you think these players are? Now, there's three Spurs players and one other player.
Can you send it to us on WhatsApp so we can look? Because I can't really see it on the screen.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Let me do this, right? I was going to say if you can see it on the screen or not. Let me send it.
Make it full screen.
But this goes to show you how bad our progressive passes are and our forward passes are, right, compared to other midfielders in the Premier League. And for me, I just believe that's a quality issue, not a managerial.
Tactically, we are not trying to progress the ball through the middle. That is an instruction from Thomas Frank. We are going down the flanks and we're asking Kudus to be Lionel Messi and take on their whole team. That is our whole strategy of attack.
So basically, then what you're saying is that Frank is not good enough for Spurs.
I'm not saying Frank is not good enough for Spurs. I'm saying what we've seen so far has not been good enough for Spurs. Yes.
Right, but you still don't believe that that's something to do with the players.
I've told you that I don't think the players are good enough to get us in the top 4, but I think they are good enough to get us in the top 7.
But is that what we want?
I think Frank's
Spurs fans.
It doesn't matter what we want. This is where we're at. You're saying we're only good to finish 13th or 14th. I'm saying that
I
is
think we'll
complete
finish
rubbish.
mid-table. Honestly, I think we'll finish.
You
mid-table.
said on WhatsApp the other day, 13th, 14th is where we're at. That's what you said.
Right now, because we were in the league at that time, right before we got the point, right?
I'm talking about in terms of we were talking about in terms of quality of player that we have in this squad.
I think we're a mid-table team. I honestly think we're a mid-table team. Until we get better midfielders,
going in circles,
better
man.
attackers, we are not going to do better. I think if we finish 7th, right? I think that's an unbelievable season, in my opinion. I think for what we've got, I think from where we finished 17th to go 10 places above where we were last season, right? But again, it all depends on what happens in January.
Oh my god!
It all depends.
What are we looking at then? What's the?
I don't know why.
We're making sure he doesn't have anything dodgy on his screen.
No, I'm gonna try and send it like this.
Can you send it to me, Sammy?
I don't know how can I send it.
You can send it on WhatsApp. Is it not just a? Is it a link or is it a picture?
No, I've sent you a link. It should show Bentancur this season, Sarr this season, Bergvall this season.
Blank graph.
Oh, okay. So
You
it
have to
doesn't
add
show
them
you.
in. You're gonna have to
You
add
have to
them
add them
in.
in, yeah.
Who am I adding in? Bentancur.
Make sure you choose the correct
Bentancur.
year as well.
What, this season, yeah? Bentancur,
This season,
Sarr.
yeah. Betancourt, Sarr, Bergval, and Tielemans, and look at the difference in the percentage. And you can, and if you'll see next to them the actual amount of percentages of forward passes, progressive passes that these players do.
Yeah, I don't doubt Tielemans is a better player than what we've got.
But what I'm saying is,
But also Unai Emery.
our statistics
Unai
for
Emery knows how
progressive
to get the
passes-
best out of him.
Yeah, but Unai Emery's been there for how many years, Ben?
Yeah, I don't doubt that, and I'm not saying sack Frank. I think it can get better under Frank. We're going on what we've seen right now.
Yeah, it will get better as soon as the players get sold.
No, it can get better under these players.
Arian, do you think we're going to do a lot better than what we're doing right now? Right, if we don't sign any players, how much better do you think we can get? How much better do you think we can get? Because bear in mind, we haven't finished the season yet, so everyone's talking like we
Why
finished
don't you
the
go
season.
on Data MB and compare Bentancur this season to last season and see what the difference is?
Yeah, I can do that.
I think
What?
you'll be in for.
shot.
But the thing is-
something, Danny.
But the thing is, Ben, you're talking about last season where we finished 17th. That season, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, 17th in the league.
Yeah,
exactly.
Okay.
And look at his stats.
So you're going to compare a midfielder who
You're
point are you making?
the one, Danny, that wants to compare individual players and in their forward passing.
Right.
So
yeah,
compare Bentancur last season to this season.
Bentancur last season was overall better in every aspect.
And why is that?
Why? Because we
finished
played attacking
17th,
football
why?
that we lost 4-0 every game.
Right. So but the point is he's capable of playing
He's
forward
capable.
more.
Yeah. Well, is he capable if we finish 17th in the league? How is that better?
So he's
Danny,
only
you're-
capable if we finish 17th.
Danny, you're saying our
Right,
players
right,
cannot
right.
progress the ball through the middle.
Let me
That stat just
understand
shows you.
something. Let me understand
All
something.
right, Danny, I know how to fix this. Look at the season when we finished 5th under Conte, or 4th under whatever it was. Look at that
Yeah.
season. Look at that season.
We
What
had
about that
Gareth,
season?
but we had Son and Kane.
Yeah, but
What's
that
that
doesn't.
got to do with Bentancur?
We had Son and Kane who basically single-handedly got us in that position.
So what?
Do you want to?
Danny,
so
Danny,
what?
Danny,
So what?
Danny, Danny, Danny,
Are you
listen.
fucking
What's your
serious?
argument?
Danny,
What's your
Danny,
argument?
this
Are you
whole
serious?
conversation started because you wanted us to see
What are you- okay,
forward
Danny,
passing
legitimately?
metrics.
Legitimately, what are you saying?
What is your argument, Danny?
I don't know what you're arguing.
Is your
The
argument
players
if Bentancur plays
are
a ball
not
forward?
good enough,
If your
right?
argument is your
Okay,
argument,
no, I
Danny.
get- no, I got that. I got that. The
Bentancur
players-
last season was overall a better player himself, right? But as a team, we were fucking shit because we lost 22 games.
What's that got
and
to
we
do with
got battered
Bentancur?
every single other game.
You're the one who's want to look at individual metrics.
But
So
you-
how is a player performing better and the team is worse?
So
how
you,
does that
wait,
make
Danny,
sense?
is your argument if Bentancur
tell
plays...
me.
Wait, Danny, is your argument is if Bentancur plays the ball forward more, we're going to finish 17th? Is that your argument?
I think Frank is setting up this team so we don't get battered 4-0 every game because that's where we were last season.
Danny,
But
you
we
know,
are getting battered
Danny,
every
do you know that by at this stage last season we had more
Ben,
points under Ange?
Ben,
Yeah?
Ben, last season, right? You in the stadium as well as Sim, right,
Mm-hmm.
were so annoyed because every time we played a game of football, we were getting trolleyed like it was a joke, right? The last time,
And I'm not
we got
frustrated at
trolleyed-
stadiums here. I just went
Yeah.
to the Emirates and just saw us get dicked 4-1.
At least we're having a shot
Yeah,
that last
we did.
season. At least we're
And-
having a shot. We're not
Look,
shooting.
then basically what you guys are literally saying without saying, right?
What are we legitimately
You're
talking
basically
about?
saying without
I
saying
thought we
that
were
Frank is
talking
not
about
good enough.
individual metrics of players. That's what I thought we were talking
No,
about.
But
but
it doesn't
basically,
work
you're
for him.
saying,
It doesn't work for
basically,
him.
Danny, you
anymore.
legitimately lost the plot. What are we? What are you saying? Because here's what I'm gathering. So you pulled up a list of players and how they're worse than Yuri Tillemans,
Because they don't
Wonderful.
have enough forward passes.
right? Because they don't play the ball forward enough.
in every aspect
So
they're worse.
in every aspect, they're worse in every aspect. And we're saying, then okay, how about you look at that player last season? And you said, but last season they finished 17th. That's got nothing to do with anything. But
Why has
like
it not?
then, because that has nothing to do with the individual metric. Because otherwise, what you're saying.
But football's
No,
a
let me
team
finish.
game, right?
Let me finish. Let me finish.
Go on.
Otherwise, what you're saying is the better Bentancur plays, the worse Spurs are. That's effectively what you say when you say it doesn't matter.
Because we're taking one player from example, right?
That's what you do. That's what you do.
Right. No.
Look at all of them.
As a team, as a collective,
What are we doing
the team
here?
was worse, right? The team was worse. I don't understand how you lot can't understand this. It's honestly mind-blowing.
No, what's
Like,
mind
We
blowing?
understand that the team was bad.
Let's
You're not
simple it down
understanding.
for you guys. Let's make it simple, right? Where did we
Please.
finish last season?
17.
Right. Why did we finish 17th last season?
Because Bentancur was passing forward too many damn times.
No, why did we finish 17th last season? Why did we finish 17th
we were
last
shit.
season?
Because of an injury crisis and because we gave up on the
Right,
league.
but why were we shit? Well, that's just an opinion. Why were
That's
we
my
shit?
opinion. My
we
opinion,
couldn't defend.
because we have an injury crisis and we gave up on the league. That's why.
What, like the injury crisis we have this season, yeah?
Last season was a hell of a lot worse than this season.
Can't
had
use
go-
the injury crisis now, your last season, and not use it this
I
season.
told
We're
you,
the
I'm
most
more interested in the game players
injury-ridden
we
team
have
in
available,
Europe.
not the players we don't have available.
Right, no, you're not saying why did we finish 17th last season?
I told you, man.
Danny, for the majority of the season, we were playing with Ben Davis and who else at centre back and Archie Gray at centre back.
Hey,
in goal. And
hey.
Fraser Forster in goal.
Fraser Forster in goal. Okay,
Yeah.
right. So
Where would we
you're gonna
be if
use-
Forster was in
you're gonna
goal this
use-
season?
You're
Where
going
would
to
we
use
be?
injuries as the excuse, right? When everyone was saying we can't use injuries as an excuse, but then you're not going to use it as the excuse for this season.
How many players?
How does that argument work?
I'll tell
What
you
are
why.
you
I'll
talking-
tell you why, Danny. And why? Because
Because they're saying we're not playing well, and I'm saying it's because we've got injuries.
because
our best creative players
many
are injured.
games, how many games has Van der Ven and Romero played this season and Vicario? They've been available the
What's
whole
that?
season. They've been available
Yeah.
the whole season, right? We have Simmons, we have Kudus, we have Mwani, we have good attacking players. Last season, we had Davis, Gray, and Forster in our
Right.
defence.
But
That's the
how many
difference.
games? How many
That's
games
the difference,
has
Danny.
Mwani been available, Sim? How
Huh?
many games has Mwani been available? He's been injured majority of the season.
Okay, he
He's
needs to be
only
more
just
than-
started playing.
Deadest leg of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dead leg
So
and he's
again-
a broken jaw.
Again, an injury. right?
Ariane's
So he
about to
wasn't
crash out at
available.
him.
Yes, but when he has been available,
He's
But
getting
you
lower and lower in his chair.
can't use the same. You can't use the same.
When
Bro,
he has
I
been
don't even
available,
know
it's not
what they're
been
talking
better.
about. It's like, dude, it's like there's this side, Ben, and there's that side.
Yeah.
Like that. It's us and it's them. I don't even know what they're talking about anymore. I legitimately have lost track of the conversation.
I don't know what the debate is at the moment.
All right, Danny, you wanna look at some more individual metrics?
You can't understand. You're not being
So,
specific
Danny,
about
here's
why
the problem.
why
you
we are
switch the
the way we
criteria
are right
every time
now.
we talk about something. It's like a game of cat and mouse because you'll bring up like a player stat. And we will go talk about that. Then you'll bring up the league position. Then we'll go talk about that. Then you'll bring up the injuries.
Everything's
then we'll talk about the
connected,
injuries.
Arian.
Then you'll bring up something else.
Because you can't use one argument to defend a point and then not use
No,
it for the
but
same thing.
you don't
why
even
we
let
were-
us address
the
anything.
reason we were
'Cause
last season.
you'll say something, and then as soon as we address it, you're like,
Move the
too late.
goalpost. They're moving the goalpost.
It's not moving the goal. It's context, right? You've got to use the same context as where we were last season, right?
Oh,
you
Jesus
can't
Christ.
you can't apply one thing for one season and not use the same metric for the other season.
But
Because
it's a completely
worse.
different kettle of
Because-
fish, Danny. It's a
No,
completely
because
different kettle of fish.
We were worse in the league last season, guys.
Not at
we
this
were
point.
worse.
At this point last season, we won.
Tim, we were getting battered by everyone.
I'm
last
talking
season.
at this point last season, we won. We were a better team.
But this is what I'm not worried about this season because I still think we're going to perform better because I think in January we're going to get better players. And when we get Maddison and Kulu back, I think we're going to be far
We're
more.
not getting Madison back
potent.
anytime this season. I'll tell you that.
Okay, if we don't get Maddison back, I still think when Kulu comes back, we'll be far more attacking than we are right
When
now.
have we? Okay, here's like, in the history of your time supporting Spurs, when have you ever been like, this player's gonna come back and we'll get better, and the players come back and we've gotten better?
Last season under Ange, it was the same thing, wasn't it? Everyone was saying, "Oh, we're
Every
gonna get our
single
players."
time, every single time you're like,
So then-
these players come back and we'll get better. It doesn't work.
Right?
Well,
Why
it did
is that,
happen
Arian?
last season. It's true. We won the Europa League when our players came back last season.
But even our
did.
league form didn't get better, did it?
No, because they
No, our
weren't
league
playing. They
form got
weren't
worse.
because they weren't
Our
playing
league
in the
form
league.
got worse.
Yeah, because they weren't playing in the league. That's why.
No, because
No,
they
but
didn't
here's
care.
right. But here's
they didn't
what I'm
care
saying.
about the league.
Like we
And
might
they
have won
weren't
the Europa
playing.
League.
They
but
literally weren't playing.
We
in the
might have
league.
won the Europa League.
Well, they
but
were.
Remember
were.
the season before that.
They
Remember
were.
the
If
season
you look
before
at the
that.
actual statistics.
I remember they weren't. Oh god, not doing this
Sim,
again.
you just say things based on your own opinion. You don't even look at the facts. Look at
They
the facts.
played.
We
They
actually
played.
a
They
lot of
played
the time.
against Chelsea and Southampton. Pretty much, that was it. Then they barely played in the league.
Chelsea and Southampton, they still played in the league.
So twice.
It wasn't like
So
we're
twice.
using Archie Gray every single game, were
So
we?
twice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
we
played
were.
against
We
Chelsea
were.
and got injured again. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a
That's
great
That's
game.
true.
Gray played 19 times last season, mostly at centre back.
I'm
Yeah, it
glad.
was
I'm
wonderful.
glad Ange did what he did to win the trophy because we needed to win the trophy.
I agree.
But it still doesn't. It
Do
still
you,
doesn't.
do you remember the season before, in his Ange's first season, right?
Yeah.
When they came back and they played like the last 10 games and we still kept losing?
Yes.
Right? That's what I'm talking about. Like, obviously the Europa League run. Like, I don't even want to count that because that was like divine intervention. Besides that,
Yeah, but there's okay. We
it never
lost,
works.
but we lost to like the top 5 away from home. It wasn't like we were losing like we didn't lose embarrassingly, but it's not like we were playing easy games. Is my point.
I mean, I don't remember the fixtures, but
I
do think
do.
there were a few
I do.
we
I've
should've
gone
won.
through it many times. Trust me. I've done the research that Danny accuses me of not doing.
Yeah. You haven't looked
Oh
at
shit!
Bentancur's
Thomas
weak
Frank's doing his
position.
press conference right now.
Is he?
Is he?
Yeah.
That's the second time he's done it early.
I wish, like, they broadcasted
He
them
needs
live.
more time on the training ground so he can train these shit players that we have.
Okay, look. If you might think they're bad, but they're not as bad as what they're showing, and that's the whole point.
I think they are.
No, but his whole point is that they're like relegation standard.
You think they're relegation
Sim,
standard?
last season
I
we
know.
saw gung-ho attacking football, right? We played more attacking football,
Yep.
and we were opened up by everyone. Literally every team
Yep.
pretty much opened us up, right? Frank's now gone the opposite and gone defensive and pragmatic.
And we're still getting opened up by everyone.
Yeah, we're still
We
getting
got
opened up
ripped
by
up by
everyone,
Eze.
right? Yeah, but Eze's a top-class player. I mean, really,
so
we're going to
so
do
as
that.
long as you're a top class player, it's fine.
Yeah, but every
Right.
top-class player opens us up because of the way we are, because of the way our players are. They're too cowardice.
Okay,
They're
forget
cowards.
it.
our
Just stick
players.
on point. Stay on point. What's your point? Go on, keep going, Danny.
The Fulham
look-
front three are bloody top class, man.
So Sim,
right.
are you telling me, right? The footballers when they stand around on the pitch and don't move around, they don't create space for their teammates. You're telling me that's because Frank is telling them to stand still. Is that what you're telling me?
I think it's because they don't know what they're doing, and that comes from Frank. I think
So
it's
you're
'cause they're
telling me
confused.
a professional footballer doesn't know what they're doing unless a manager tells them what to do.
Yes.
Then they shouldn't be professional footballers.
That's
Which
exactly
is
what I'm
why,
telling you.
which is
Isn't
why
that the whole
I
point
say,
of a manager to
that the
tell
whole
them what
point?
to
which is
do on the
why
football
my whole
pitch?
my
So
whole
we don't.
argument-
We shouldn't
what
have
do
a
you
manager
think
then.
players are not
So we
good
shouldn't
enough?
have-
What-
so we shouldn't have a manager. We just should.
What is Frank's
they should know
job?
what to
They're not
do.
good enough.
They should know what to
They're
do.
not good
We
enough.
don't need a manager. What's a manager for?
Sim, we could have Conte in right now. He ain't going to do better than what we've got right now.
Yes,
I
he is.
guarantee you he would.
No, he
I
won't.
guarantee you
No,
he
he
would.
wouldn't. No, he
I
wouldn't.
guarantee you he would.
Because how many fans wanted Conte out? I didn't want Conte out when he was here.
I wanted Conte. I fucking hate that
yeah,
guy. Doesn't mean
I
he's a
didn't
bad
want him
manager.
out. And now you're
Okay, no.
sitting here, Ben and Sim, saying that you want Conte because he can do a better job than what we've got right now.
He
Conte
can, he can do a
Conte
better
could
job,
be-
100%.
So basically, what you boys are saying, without actually saying it, just to be on the fence, is that you actually do want Frank out because you don't believe he's going to actually have be capable enough to manage
It's not
a
what they
team
said.
at this level.
They just said that.
No.
They just said Conte
No.
would do better right now.
Yeah,
They didn't say he'll
but-
do better
no.
forever.
No, I know that, Arian. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that they are basically saying without saying, right, that this manager is not good enough for Spurs and that he won't
That's
be good
what
enough
the
for Spurs.
evidence
But-
says.
But,
I'm willing to
but
give it
they're
time.
willing to give him a chance, right, because they believe we're going to get, oh, wait a minute, better players.
That's not what I said. No.
It's not what they said.
That's not what I said. What I'm hoping for is that Frank can improve what we have because that's what he's known for. And then if he does improve what we have and when he improves the style of play, maybe he can turn it around. But there's zero evidence of that at the moment. And in fact, the trend is trending downwards, not upwards.
Yeah, because I told you again, it's the players. Until these players are gone, I can't see anyone changing our fortunes at Spurs.
See,
I
I
really
don't
don't
agree with
believe
that.
it.
And I don't agree with that.
And that's fair enough if you don't agree with it. When I start seeing higher level caliber of players walk into this team, then I can start judging Frank properly to see what he actually can do. because for too long, including goes back to Pochettino days, when what did he say? The first thing he said, we've got a lovely house, but we haven't got the furniture inside it. It's the same thing that's happening
Still on
right
that
now.
comment, man.
So it doesn't matter. So it doesn't matter.
But
so
Arian,
Danny,
you're saying we're still on that comment,
So
but
Danny,
it's the same context
so Danny,
right now.
It doesn't matter how many games we go without a shot on target. You can't blame Frank for that. It's all on the players.
Of course he has some blame towards it, but these players are not good enough, Tim.
They're not good enough to have a shot on target.
They're not good enough to create. They're not creative players. Who in our team is creative?
Kudus, he's top assister in the league. Simmons.
Yeah, Kudus is, and that's why
Simmons,
he's getting out.
Bergvall.
He's not performing at the level he could do because he's doing
Some
everything
Bergvall.
for the team.
Odegaard on average is creating more chances than Kudus per 90. I'm looking.
Odegaard is creating more chances.
That's what the
How many
stats say.
games? Yeah, but how many games per 90? You talk about per 90, but how many games has
How many
Odegaard started?
games for 90? This guy's asking.
No. How many games has Odegaard started?
How
many games has Odegaard started?
Minutes wise, he has. Where is he? Odegaard. Why can't I see him? He has 5.5 games this season, minutes wise.
And how many chances
So
he
that's
created?
what.
What's his XG created?
And he
Well,
created-
how many chances he created?
He's created 7 chances.
That means he's created 7 30-yard hits or tap-ins, and they're all the same.
He's okay. No, he's second to Kudus, but he's quite close to Kudus in per 90 metrics.
They'll probably changed the Newcastle game because Kudos got an assist and stuff, yeah.
So Odegaard is quite close. Porro's creative. He can create a chance. Simmons should be able to.
Porro has been awful this season.
Okay, but you're telling me he can't create a chance?
He's probably our best crosser of football. But he's
Exactly.
been awful.
And so why isn't Frank getting that out of him?
Well, how? So I'm sorry, you cannot blame Frank for a player not being able to fucking cross a football. The guy's got one of the best set pieces he's got one of the best crosses of ball in the league. And this season, he can't even beat his first man. You're telling me that's Frank's fault? I'm not having that. I'm sorry. I'm not having that a manager is causing a player not to be able to fucking cross a football when that's his bread and butter. That's what he's been training for since he was a kid. I'm sorry. That's impossible.
He's third in the squad for chances created, Pedro Porro.
Yeah, and that goes to show his level of where he should be. He should be top in the league because he's that good.
Right, exactly. Thank you. So we don't have that bad players.
Oh my
Thank
God,
you,
I never
Danny.
said all of our players are shit, Sim.
You said they're relegation standard because that's what they're showing.
I said 14 of them are. That's not the whole
Okay.
fucking squad, is
That's
it?
the majority of the squad.
Yeah, and that's what I've said. The majority of the squad. I never said the whole team. I said there's about 7 or 8 players in that team which are good enough for this team. The rest of them, they need to be binned off because they're shit.
We're talking about the least relevant thing imaginable, and then every time I think we're gonna talk, I was like, you can't.
Everything-
We're talking about the next somehow less relevant important thing. It's.
But everything goes back to the quality of the footballers.
Why are we talking about whether or not Porro can cross a ball?
Because Sim's talking about how many chances he
Why?
can cross, right? He's talking about how many chances he creates, right? And I said that he's not creating as many chances as he was last season.
Yeah, because last
Isn't
season.
that the point?
Yeah.
It's because
Okay,
the players are
Danny,
the players are not
Danny,
they're not
I've got
the
one.
players.
Danny, you have to
the players
answer
are
one
not
question, please. You have
confident
to
in
answer-
themselves.
Look,
They're not.
You have to answer this
Why?
one question for me, please. What has changed from that last season to now?
What, the manager, you mean?
No, I'm asking you. What's changed?
The manager's changed, and the
Okay.
coaching staff.
Okay, so if Porro can't cross a ball, why? What might have changed?
Oh, the training could change.
Did his diet change? What changed?
Who knows? Maybe.
His damn diet.
Who knows? Who knows what else has changed? Do you know what's changed?
No, I'm asking you. If you're, if
I
you're
don't know.
saying,
I don't know what's
But
changed.
you're saying.
Well, we
Porro-
can only assume, right?
Right, but if it's here's the thing, we could only do that if it was one player. You've got several players who've regressed in some capacity. Not in every capacity, but especially in their creative capacity. The midfielders are passing forward less. our crossers are crossing worse. Our
Right.
attackers are getting less chances. And you look at all of these things and you say, well, what's changed? Only one thing has changed for all of them, right? Maybe Poro's crossing is because he changed his diet. But not everybody on the team changed their diet, right? Everybody on the new team has a new manager. So maybe that's got something to do with it.
Right, but do you not
Right.
think, right, that the way Frank is setting us up, right, is to be less risk, less
I
to have
don't
less
care.
risks, right? But yeah, but that doesn't matter if you care or not. It's what he's doing. It's what you think he's doing, right? He doesn't give a fuck what you think, Arian. He gives a fuck what he thinks. That's why he's the manager, right? So what I'm saying is, do you think he is setting us team up so that we are not getting battered 3 or 4-0 every single game, right? Because that's what it looks like to me, which is why we're not creating as much through our. Well, I don't even think we can create much more anyway because our team is shit, in my opinion. The attackers. So
Wait, but you just said it. You said it. He's setting us up so we don't create as much, and then you backtracked, and then you went back to the base.
No.
You just admitted
No,
it.
I've
You just
always said
admitted
that,
it.
Sim.
You
I've
just
said that I've said, right, this has been my stance for this season with Thomas Frank. I think he's overachieving with what he's got right now, including the injuries that we have, because he doesn't have his best attacking outputs and creative outputs because they are injured, right? I think he's setting us up because I don't think he trusts our attackers, right? Apart from Kudus. And maybe when Muani is now, because Muani's going to start playing more and more of their games, I think, because he's getting fitter and fitter, right? You can clearly see that he's going to be the main striker. Apart from those two players, I don't think he's got one other player nailed down into a spot, right? Which is obvious. You can see it. That's why Kudus plays it right wing every single game, right?
Okay.
And I believe that he's doing that because he does not trust the other attackers because they are inconsistent, right? They are inconsistent, which is why they are not good players. Why is it that Kudus...
So what?
Why is it is Kudus and Kudus is more consistent than the others because he's a good player, right? So when he doesn't have the attackers that he doesn't feel that can complete his game plan to the way that he wants, right? Do you not think that players are going to get more not inspired and less confident because they can't do what he wants them to do, right?
What the hell are you talking about?
Oh my god! Right.
So you are blaming Frank?
No. Frank is to an extent. I'm blaming him for the fact that I don't blame him. I blame him for what
You're blaming him for taking the job.
No, I blame Frank, right? That he is setting us up to be less to be less leaky in the from the defense, right?
Which isn't working, but keep going.
Right. I don't disagree with that because I feel if he opens us up more, I feel we're going to see the same as what we saw last season,
But we
which
are
is
seeing it.
but we're not getting beat 3 or 4-0 every game, are we?
Because of
No,
Vicario.
not every game.
We
weren't
just
getting
drew
beat 3 or 4-0 last season.
Hold on,
either.
we just drew 2-2 to Newcastle,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because of Vicario.
right? No, because of the changes he made.
No.
No.
So we're going to talk about that then, or we're just going
we
to
should have lost. We should have lost.
Yeah, but we didn't.
Yeah,
Sim, did
we did not deserve a draw by any like.
We didn't.
So
but we
what?
still
Is
did.
that
We
what your
still got a
analysis is
draw.
based on the result, not how the game went?
You're saying then. So let me put this to you then, right? If Frank goes more, let's say, creative and attacking as what you boys seem to want out of this current team that we have, right? And then we go and lose 3-0, 4-0, 3-1, 4-1. Are you going to be happy with that?
It's not even that I want more creative and attacking football. I want more effective football. We're not seeing
here's the
any
thing, right? No,
effective
Danny.
football.
But you believe that these players can do that. I don't.
Danny,
They can.
We've won.
They can be
one-
more
I don't
effective
believe
than
it.
they're being
No,
right now.
Where's the evidence for it, Ben? Where's the evidence that they can do that?
How can you? They all play for their international countries. How can they not play
I
more
don't
effective
care if
football?
they play international for their countries or not.
They
I'm
can't be
asking
crap
you-
players if they're the best players in their country.
That it goes to show the level of the level of football is at international level these days. Because look at the Brazil team, right? They've got Richarlison as their striker.
So
right?
all football,
What does that
all
say?
footballers
Look
around
at the
world
Brazil teams in the past.
Wait. So all
I'm
footballers
saying the
around
level
world
of
are
quality
bad.
of players around nowadays is not nowhere near as good as it used
So
to be.
all footballers
right?
are bad. All footballers are bad.
No. Who is saying all footballers are bad?
You
I
just
said
said,
the
look
quality
at the level of
overall.
international football is really low. It's like that's the
I said
creme
the
de la
quality.
creme.
Why is it? I said the quality of players nowadays is nowhere near the level it was 20 years ago. You could
So
go
that's
to
all
every single club in
footballers.
the. Oh my god! It is a whole.
Danny,
yes,
Danny,
level
look,
of football,
you're getting,
the level
we're
of quality.
losing
I
it.
don't-
We're losing
I'm
it, dude.
losing
We're
my
losing
mind.
it.
I'm
We're
losing my
losing
mind.
it.
I'm losing my mind.
Danny,
Now the
Danny,
whole football
At the end of the
world
day,
is bad.
at the end of the day, at the end of the day, right,
Oh my god.
if it's not like here's the thing, I was talking about this, like if you play Simmons every game and you give the whole team a license to be creative and we go and get, like lose 2-1, 3-1, 4-1, it's not going to be like jarring because we're winning every game
It will
right
be.
now.
It will be. if
No,
you start
because we're
like it will-
already losing.
Yeah, because last season, Arian, we were still losing, and we were losing far more games because we were more open. This is what the stupid
We
fan base
haven't-
is.
we've won
Delusional,
one game in a
absolutely fucking
We've
delusional
won
fan
2
base.
games in
right?
14, Danny.
But it doesn't. Yeah, but Sim, we look at our players we
What
have.
delusion?
Look at the
There's no
players we
delusion.
have.
We're both. The delusion,
finished fifth the season
delusion is
before.
saying we're shit.
Oh, we
We're
finished
telling you-
fifth. Hold on. Now, this. I wanted you to bring that stat up, right? We finished fifth, right? We finished fifth. Why did we
Yeah.
finish fifth, Tim? Because we were playing one game a week. We didn't have to manage We didn't have to manage European football.
So
in that
then, wait,
season.
Danny, are the players not shit then if we only have 1 game a week? Is that what you're saying?
If they are not, right. The
So
players,
players are shit or
cannot
not depending on
handle-
how many games a week we have. Is that what you're saying? Is that the
Because
players
they're
are
not good
shit or
enough,
not?
Sim. They're not consistent enough. They are not good players. If we had a team that had better players, we could do better in the Champions League in terms of performances in the Premier League and in the Champions League on a consistent basis. We can't do that because they are not good players, so they can only perform one good game every so often, right? Whatever game that is, it might be a Champions
About a
League
week.
game, it might be a Premier League game, but they are not consistent enough because they are not good enough, right? And the problem is that because they're not good enough, that's why we lack in one thing or another, right? If we were to put all our eggs in one basket into the Premier League, I think we'd be a bit higher up in the league, right? But because he's been juggling the Champions League as well, and look at the Champions League. The only team we've lost to is Paris Saint-Germain, who's the best team in the world.
But against
are you
Monaco,
telling-
Monaco should have been 3.
Monaco should have been 4 or 5. Bodo we should have lost.
But yeah, Monaco should have been, but we didn't. If that was under Ange, we would have lost that game.
Why?
No, we wouldn't.
If it was
Vicario.
under
We
Ange,
would. Are you
Why?
fucking
We still have-
serious?
Let's
Just
say-
because it's a different manager. I don't understand. Why does that make sense?
Like you boys, are absolutely nuts. Honestly, like it's insane.
How would it
It's
make a
insane.
difference if we had Ange against Monaco when they had bloody
They
clear
had
shots on her
advantage.
goal?
Ange beat
Every-
Bodo Glimt twice.
And Ange beat Bodo,
I'm
so
saying.
that disproves your theory
Oh
as
my
well.
God. In the Europa League.
Why does it matter? Competition. It's the same
It's
team.
Europa League is a different competition to the Champions League.
Wait. So
a player who plays in the
it was
Champions
the
League is a
same
different
team.
feeling for them.
It was the same
It's
team.
the same team with
It
the
was a
same players with the
semi-final.
same
Oh my God.
manager.
Wait a second,
Oh
wait
my
a second,
God.
wait a second, wait a second.
Yeah,
That game,
and-
Danny,
and when
that
it's
game,
defensive and pragmatic-
that game Bodo played against us in the Europa League was the biggest game in their entire history. They're in the semi-finals of the Europa League. Are you mad?
Are you saying like they weren't up for
Yeah.
it?
No. Well, look, the way Ange played, he played to our strengths, right? He played defensive football.
So,
he went against.
so Frank plays to our weaknesses.
How did he play to our weaknesses? You're the one. All right, you're telling me, Arian, that none of our attackers get into the top 7 teams above us, but yet you're saying what? Play to our strengths.
No,
What's our strength then?
I'm saying you
What's
make
our
no
fucking
sense.
strength?
No, we were agreeing in the beginning, but now you've gone off the. I'm saying you make no sense, Danny.
Hold on. What is our strength, Arian? Tell me what our strength is.
Our like where our best players are
Yeah, go on.
in the defense.
And you're telling me Frank isn't trying to utilize what our best
No,
players?
I was just making fun of you, Danny.
No, but seriously, isn't that what he's doing at the moment?
You want me? Okay, no. Seriously speaking, I don't think Frank is playing to our strengths. I don't think he's playing to anything.
So what would you say? Okay, so in an ideal world with Frank, what do you guys want?
In an ideal world, I want us to have better progression of the ball in midfield.
And create maybe higher.
But
than
we
the
went over
18th
that
in the
when we were
league.
talking about the issue. We've not been talking about anything for the last 45 minutes.
Yeah, this whole thing's derailed into madness.
I
crazy
think.
town.
I think.
By far the most entertaining episode.
I think maybe we can leave it there. I think I can think safely say by the end of this, I think Ariane, me and Sim probably do agree more, and Danny doesn't agree. I think
Danny
that's.
thinks.
I don't know what Danny thinks.
I don't know.
I told you. For me, it's simple. The players are not good enough. The players are not good enough. I don't care who the manager is.
They're not good enough for what? For what?
They're not good enough to play the way you guys want to play. This attacking football.
So
this,
wait,
this have
Danny.
more chances.
Wait, Danny,
be
Danny,
more
Danny,
progressive.
Danny. So they're not
none
good
of the,
enough.
None of the players have shown me in the last 3 years that they can play forward the way you guys want to.
Okay, so Danny, these players are not good enough to be higher than 18th in chances created. That's your opinion.
Yes.
Okay.
I think they can play better, but I don't think much better.
So they are good enough to play better.
But for Sim, this is the funny thing because you like to dismiss the other stats about the goals and assists that we have, which are one
Yeah.
of the highest in the league.
Which is massively overperforming the chances we create, which implies we
Yeah.
actually we have good attackers, but they're not getting enough chances. That's what the stats would say.
No, it means that the
No,
chances
okay.
we do have, we put them away, right?
Exactly.
It means
So if we just created more, we would score more. That's what the
It doesn't
stats
work
say.
like that. That's not how football works. That's
Isn't
not
it?
how football works.
So the less you create, the more you score. Is how we say.
Look, if we go back to Pochettino's team, right?
Yeah.
Why would we do that? The teams aren't the same. Why would we do that?
Why would we do that? Wait, let's go back to Harry Redknapp, I think. Let's go back there.
Yeah, let's do that. Harry
Go
Redknapp.
back to Bill Nicholson's team and have a look.
But the thing is, no, but seriously, right? Like you honestly think like we were competing for 5th and 4th under those managers, right?
Yeah.
And let's say Harry Redknapp.
Yep.
Look at the team that he had. Look at the
Yeah.
team he had. He had class everywhere.
Correct.
We don't have class anywhere apart from Kudus and Van der Ven, maybe Romero.
Romero. Porro.
Maybe Romero. You just said Porro's one of the best attacking fullbacks in the league.
Yeah, but I think Porro lacks on the defensive side, and it
He
definitely
changed his diet. We went over this.
no. I think Porro should be a right winger. I honestly think that's where his best position would be.
Oh my fucking God.
Or play him as a number 10. I think he'd be better. It doesn't have to do any fucking defensive work.
Danny, is a doggy a good player?
I think a doggy he's got potential to be a good player. I think a doggy again is inconsistent.
Is
We've got too
Palini
many
a good
players
player?
I think Palin is a very good
We're
player.
gonna be here all day.
So we do have
Look,
good
I-
We
players.
go one by one in the squad.
I said I didn't say we've got everyone is shit. I think we've got 7 or 8 players. You just like to pick and choose based on things that I'm saying to you.
Why
to
did
suit
why,
your own
why, why
narrative.
is, why is
I-
Brennan?
I-
Wait. Why is Brennan our top goal scorer last season? Yet he can't do anything this season.
Oh, let's forget Brenda Johnson. Come on, seriously
Why?
now. Brenda
So
Johnson.
let's dismiss the fact that he scored our most goals last season. Just dismiss it. It doesn't matter.
Okay, but we finished 17th, Sim.
Oh my God!
Oh
What's
my
that got to do with
God.
anything?
We finished
So did
17th.
Porro, so did
Oh
Romero,
my
so did
God.
Van de Ven,
We
so
finished
did Vicario,
17th.
so
So
did
you're
No, Palin
trying to
didn't do
tell me that Brennan Johnson, because he scored our most goals, makes him a good player.
No, I'm asking. I didn't say that. I'm asking why is he not scoring this season?
He's not playing.
Yeah, exactly.
He's not playing because he's shit.
He scored 18 goals.
He scored 18 goals because no one else could score goals for us last season. It was only him in his system that suited
You just said it's
his
the whole point is
characteristics.
missing
right?
Kulusevski and Madison
Right.
and Solanke.
And
It
Son.
suited the system, right? He suited the system and was playing. And played to his strengths,
Yeah.
right? He
Okay.
played to his strengths.
You've been saying that he
Doesn't
has
matter.
no
Right,
strength.
He might have scored. No. He might have scored goals, right? He might have scored goals, but doesn't make him a good player. Because what else does he do on a pitch?
All right,
He
but
only
we're
scores
not-
goals.
I
I would love it if we had
basically,
someone that had said only scored goals right now.
Based on what you just said, you're happy for him to be our starting player.
I never said
on
that.
the right wing.
I never said
What are
that. I said he
Dude,
scored
what are
18
we
goals
saying?
last
What
season.
So then
are
you
we
can't
talking about?
use that argument about Brennan Johnson being a good player. Then
I'm saying he has him available.
you don't even want him to
and
start,
he doesn't
do you?
score.
No, he's a good player for the squad, though. I've always said that.
Yeah, I think he's a good squad player. That's about it.
Okay.
I wouldn't sell Brennan Johnson unless we were going to get better. I think because I
Right, but
think
you-
for the squad, I think he's good. I don't think he's a starting player.
Okay.
Why is he good for the squad if you're like if like literally
Because Brennan
2 minutes
Johnson
ago-
can
You
give
just
you
said he's
something.
shit. You just shouted that he's shit.
Yeah.
No,
And now he's
Oh my
good for
God.
the squad. That's what you said.
He's good for
Did
the
you not say
squad
that?
in certain games for certain opponents. If
What,
you need
okay,
a
what
certain
games?
type of
give
player.
me a game. Give me a
If
game.
you need
Any
a
game.
player, if you need a player to run in behind, or if you're playing counter-attacking football, right? Who you've got space to run in, Brennan Johnson will be a good player to bring on in as a substitute. Other than that, I don't see him being good at anything.
Is he any
That's-
good? Any good for cup finals, semi-finals?
Well, we've only had one cup final.
And who scored the winner?
Yeah, he did.
And who scored our opening goal in the semi-final? Big game player, Brendan Johnson.
He is, which is why I wouldn't sell him. I never
He's
said
not-
to sell him.
He can't be shit then, can he?
But Ben, how many times you can't sit there and tell me, and
Ben,
Sim
we
as
finished
well.
17th.
You sat next to me in the stadium and say that he doesn't offer anything else. Both you boys have sat there next to me and said that he doesn't offer anything. When he's on the pitch,
frustrated
it's like we're
with
playing
Brendan
with 10 men.
Johnson.
That was your words, Ben.
I get frustrated with Brendan Johnson, but he's proven that he can put the ball in the back of the net.
Yeah, I agree with that. I never disagreed with that, which is why I never said I'd sell Brennan Johnson unless we got someone better.
Okay, that
I
goes for
think there's far more.
that goes for anyone in the whole squad.
That goes for anyone in the world, by the way. That's not a criteria.
Wait, Ariane,
Look,
have you looked at the state of
The
football
problem,
around the world?
the thing is, right?
It's very
the
bad.
thing is, yeah. Someone just said it in the comments.
Yeah, the international.
They're average. They're average footballers. This is exactly what Brennan
So
Johnson
no one in the
is
world
good
would-
at.
okay.
He's good at goal scoring, right? But if he's not goal scoring, he's fucking rubbish at everything.
Okay,
else.
so why can't
He
Frank get,
he
why
can't
can't Frank
control
get
the
him
ball
scoring goals? Why can't Frank get him scoring goals?
because
We
Tim,
have got a
we-
squad, if managed correctly, can finish in the top 7. That's all that needs to be said. It's
So yeah, so basically, based on that, then you're saying Frank is not managing the squad properly.
Yes!
correct.
That's
That is all. That's exactly what we're saying.
To figure that
So
out.
what do you want him to do? I don't understand what you want him to do.
Get
Progress
us creating
the
more
ball.
chances.
How is he going to progress the ball with these players?
Oh,
We've done. This is what
You
I
guys,
said.
you're right. You guys are Thomas Frank. Tell
Yeah.
me how you're going to progress. Get our players
Yeah.
who don't
I've
progress
said
the
it.
ball
I've
to
said it like
progress
6
the ball.
times. Here's how. Here's how. You ready? You play Xavi Simmons, and when he's shit, you play him again, and when he's dog shit, you play him again.
and you play Bergvall
And when he's
in the
awful,
league.
And when he's
Bergvall,
bullshit, you play him again.
play him again.
You
That
play
is how you do
Bergvall. You play Bergvall in the 8. You
Next to
play-
Paulinho.
Next to Paulinho. You play Xavi in the 10. You have Odebel on the left next to Doggy. You can hold the ball up. You get Moani up front so you can go long. And you have Kudus there. And you play Porro right back so you can press.
And
with
you know
Ronaldo.
what? You know what
Not
would
too
also be
hard.
nice? To play a few passes down the middle. A few throubles.
We
That would
played
be nice as
through
well.
Unless it's
whole
Bentancur,
season.
because
You
then
know-
we'll finish 17th.
4
You know
through.
what-
Oh, yeah, but
mate.
he can't play the ball forward. Yeah,
No, Bentancur
I'll-
can't pass
He
it
better
forward.
not. He better not.
If
I'll-
Bentancur passes the ball forward, we're going to finish 17th.
We lose a point
17
every
again.
time. We lose a goal every time he passes it forward.
1 goal
The thing is,
difference,
it's-
and every
it's funny
10 passes,
because
1 more point.
I can't wait to see Frank go more attacking. Then we start losing all the games and see. What
We're
all of them
losing
do.
every game now, damn it! For fuck's sake!
Yeah, but we're losing, right? But we're not getting battered.
Oh,
And hold on,
my God.
hold on.
Danny,
We
Danny,
didn't
Danny,
lose
pop
to
quiz,
Newcastle.
Pop quiz, Danny.
We
Pop
didn't.
quiz,
You lose
pop
to
quiz.
Newcastle.
I've got a pop quiz for you.
But
You
you're
ready?
saying we're losing every
You
game,
know,
but we went
pop quiz.
away to
Pop
Newcastle.
quiz.
Danny,
and
Danny.
all of
No.
you boys were happy
Pop
that we
quiz.
drew. All of you were saying, "I'll be so happy to take a point. I'll take a point at St James's Park. I'll take a
Pop.
point at St James's Park."
Pop.
Yeah.
Pop quiz.
What's your
Yeah.
point?
And we did. You just said we're
Danny.
losing every game.
Okay, we're
Danny.
losing majority of games right now in
Danny,
the last 2
Danny.
months.
How many games did we lose by more than 2 goals last season? Give me
I
a
don't
number.
know. You'd have to tell me.
3.
3. Yeah.
3.
No, what are you talking about? We lost 4-0 every week.
Every single game. We lost
Every
4-0.
single game. We got
That's why I got
carved
told.
up.
So basically, you're trying
We were
to say you
losing
want
by
Ange back
one
now,
most
Sim?
games. Huh? I would
Do
take
you
it
want
Why
Ange
as it
is
is
it every
personally,
time
but
I
anyway.
say something, you'll say so basically, and then say something I
You
abjectly
can't
did
contend
not
with the
say?
you can't
Because
contend with the
because
argument,
you
Danny.
you
can't
guys want
contend with the
something
argument.
that cannot happen at this football club.
No, I'm
It's
saying
delusional
we're
what
shit
you want.
anyway.
It's
Here
fucking
we go.
delusional.
Here we go.
It is so honestly, it's so delusional.
How
It's
is it
unbelievable.
deluded to ask
know
for a
what?
few shots
we're
on
both,
target,
we're all
man?
saying we're shit. We're saying we're shit. No one. We're literally saying, Danny, you're right. We are shit. So how about we do something different? Because we're being shit. Because we're playing Plan A, right? And don't even define Plan A. But we're doing Plan A every week. Would you agree that we look like the same team every week? We play the same way every week, right? More or less.
Yeah.
More or less.
Sometimes. Yeah.
Okay, sometimes. And every single time that we do that, we don't play that well. And we lose or draw, and like we haven't played well. We've gotten 1 win in 8 or 2 wins in 14.
Yeah.
So how about try something different? Because guess what? If it doesn't work, we're already losing. We already have the 18th most or least chances. Like, it's not good right now. It would be one thing if like it was working and you'd say, well, why change? Like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's broken. It's super broken. It's the brokest. Right? So
Right.
fix it.
So okay. So we're all sitting here like we're better managers than Thomas Frank. I know football fans are allowed to give their opinions
No.
on what's going
You're
on.
allowed
right?
to say something
Right.
though.
Yeah, of course. But all of us are sitting here assuming that okay, if we does something different, it's gonna change, right? I believe if he does something different, it ain't gonna change because it's the same core players, right?
Well, I'd like to
That's
see
what
it.
I'm saying, right? I'd like to see what I'd like to see Frank do, which I don't think he's gonna do, right? And you could say that's his fault or not. Is I want to see him stick with the formation and stick with players and let them have a run in the team so they can actually he talks a big game about building connections with players and this kind of stuff, right? But in order to do that, you can't chop and change a team every single week, right? He's got to play as one system, let the players get used to that system and then see then we can see if we can judge him based on what we're seeing, right? What I'd like to see every week, if it was up to me, and I was Thomas Frank, I'd like to see Muani up front. I'd like to see Kudus on the right, Xavi Simons in the middle, Odegaard on the left, Paulinho, Bentancur, or Paulinho and Bergval. They can be the switch, one of the two,
That's
right?
exactly what we just said.
And then
Yeah, you're
you
literally
and
just
then
saying the thing we said.
the fullbacks are toss-ups because they're either injured or whatever. The fullbacks
Danny,
are
you're
toss-ups.
so right. Guys, we're so wrong. I think
No,
Frank
but
should
I'm
listen
saying,
to
I'm
Danny.
saying, he won't do that. He won't do that. Why?
Why?
Because he doesn't trust the players.
Well, that's his
They're
fault
not
then.
consistent enough. So basically, what you're saying, if that's what he's going to keep doing, we're saying that
So
he's
what
just
you're
going to
saying.
end up losing games, right?
Not
and then
creating
he gets
chances.
sacked.
Yeah,
Danny,
probably.
Danny, out of that,
Is that what you're
out of
saying?
that starting 11 that you just mentioned, who's not
Yeah.
good enough?
Out of that, Bentancur's not good enough.
No, you said
I think Udogi's-
Paulinho Bergval. Let's go for Paulinho Bergval. Who's not good enough?
Yeah. For a team where we want to be, they're not consistent enough.
Where do we want to be?
Bergval.
Where do we wanna be?
Bergval's a good player to have in the squad, right? Odegaard, again, he hasn't proved anything
You just
yet.
commended our performance at Newcastle. Who was our best player? Driving
No.
force through the middle.
I think we were shit against Newcastle.
Oh, but we got a draw, Danny. It doesn't matter.
I was watching that
We
with
got
my
a draw.
dad, and my dad said, "Do you know what my dad said to
But
me?
we got a draw,
Don't
Danny.
ever make me watch a Tottenham game again." That's what he
Danny,
said
we
to
got
me.
a draw, but we got a
Right?
draw. Doesn't it matter?
Why?
That's-
Because we
doesn't
were
matter.
pathetic.
But we got a draw, Danny. But we got a draw.
Yeah. None
what you
of
kept
us
telling
expected
us.
to get a draw.
So it
Sim, you're
doesn't
using your
matter.
own argument against me.
No,
You're
I'm
trying
not.
to use your own
No,
arguments
I'm
against
not.
me.
I'm
My
using
own
your
arguments
logic
against me.
against you. Yeah.
Yeah. You're trying
We
to
got a
use my
draw.
argument against
We
me.
got a
It
draw.
doesn't
Doesn't
work.
matter about the performance. We got a draw.
Yeah, but I didn't expect us to get anything from that
Doesn't
game,
matter, we
Sim.
got a
So
draw.
I was happy with the draw.
I'm losing the will to live over here, man. I don't know about you
You
guys.
just said you never want to watch a start.
You
again
guys,
after that.
honestly, are like you can't understand a simple thing about these football players. Honestly, it's unbelievable.
Danny, you've spent the whole stream saying these players not good enough. You've told me a team that you want to see. We've agreed that's the team that we want to see. Out of those starting 11 that we both want to see, Who
Yeah, but
is not
so
good
Ben,
enough,
I
and who
don't
does
expect
Frank
that
not
team
trust?
to win? I don't expect that team to win games. They might be better, a little bit creative, but I think right now that's the best we've got. But
In
it
that
doesn't
starting-
mean
in that starting
doesn't
11
it doesn't mean we're gonna win games of football. We can still lose and still play worse. All I'm saying is I just want to see a bit more consistency with the team selection. That's it.
You don't think that team can win games of football?
Some games I don't think they're good enough.
For what?
Where's the proof? Where's the proof that they can win
what,
games of
juggle?
football?
Good enough to win against. Good enough to do what?
Beat Fulham at home.
Fulham, the team that came back 5-1 down against Man
Oh
City.
my god!
Oh my God.
That Fulham team, yeah?
Yeah, that Fulham team.
it?
That's exactly
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Fulham team.
They're a good fucking team. Fulham are a good
They
drill
played
team.
us. They hadn't won an away game and they were 15th.
Doesn't matter. They're a good team.
But they're a great team. Okay.
I think
They're
every
a
game,
great-
every game.
How
one
can
goal.
you sit here and say the players that we got are shit and deserve to finish 13 and 14 at Fulham are a great team? How can you say that?
I didn't say they're a great team. I said they're a
That's
good
what
team.
you just said.
I said they're a
I'm
good
down
team.
here, guys.
But we're not a good team, but they are.
I don't think we are.
So they're better than us.
You take Raul Jimenez over Kolomwani. Who's their right winger? Harry
No,
Wilson. or
Kolomwani,
Kudus?
I'd
Wait,
take
Danny, are
over
Fulham better than
most of those
Tottenham? Are
players.
Fulham better than Spurs?
They beat us, didn't they?
So they're better than us. Is that what you're saying? They have better players.
Right now, their form is better than us.
So they're better.
Are we better? Who have we
so they're
beat?
better
Hang on,
players.
hang on,
They're
give me
better
a
players
second.
than us.
Do you think?
Danny, we
do you
beat Man
think-
City. We beat Man City.
Boom.
Like we do
Got it.
every year. Like we do every year.
Oh, so every year we're better than them. Every year we're better than them.
in a one-off game.
Incredible.
I don't think you guys can
Well,
understand
we have
the
5
concept,
league
right,
titles
of footballers
that I
being
didn't know about?
inconsistent. I don't think you guys understand the concept of footballers. They're not consistent enough, right?
Wait, so
and
are
any
Fulham better than
fucking
us? They have
footballer
better-
can
do
get
they have
up
better
for a
players than us?
game. Any footballer can get up for
So they
one
have better
game a
players
year,
than us. So
right?
Fulham have better players
Doesn't
than
mean
us.
they can get up for every game of the year.
So they're
That's
better
the
players than
difference
us.
between a top-level
Fulham
footballer
can get up for
and an
this
average
game every
footballer.
year, even though they've lost it every year. But this
Yeah, exactly.
year, they were up for it.
Fucking Nuno's team beat Man City, and how? Because we had a Son Heung-min and a Harry Kane. That's
wait,
how he
Danny,
beat.
Danny,
Harry Kane
so-
didn't play that game. That was like the major thing of that game.
It's true, he didn't.
Oh, so we still had Son, one of the
Wait,
best attackers
Danny,
in Europe.
So what you're saying, Danny, just because we beat City doesn't mean we're better than them, right? That's what you're saying.
What?
Just because we beat City doesn't mean we're better than them. That's what you're saying.
In a one-off game sim, anyone can beat
And-
anyone.
but-
in
Okay,
a
so
game.
Fulham-
So Fulham are not better than us, right? Even though they beat
They're not
us.
better than us, but they still beat us.
Okay, does that mean they're better? So they're not better than us.
Bro,
Oh my god.
Danny. No, Danny,
You guys
you
don't
don't even
understand
know. You're not
basics of
allowed to
football.
say, "Oh my
like,
god."
You can't understand the basics of football. It's like madness. It's honestly madness.
You can't.
Do you understand? Do you understand?
Did you
that
lose a
player-
bet? Did you lose a bet, Danny?
Do you understand? Do you
Like,
understand?
come on
do
here,
you
it makes no
understand?
sense.
Do you understand how a player can get up for a game and not get up for another game?
Yes.
Yeah, I understand that.
Nobody has
Right.
disputed that.
Right. So you're telling me that it's the manager's fault why a player can't get up for a game, one week, and the next game they just don't even look like they want to play football.
If it
No
happens
one said it.
Is that the manager's fault?
If it happens consistently, it is. If it's one game,
So
no.
like last season, Sim,
Huh?
in the Premier League, last
Yeah.
season in the Premier League,
What?
where the players just didn't want to give effort.
Ben
at
Thinger
all.
just kept passing that fucking ball forward.
You mean when we were going for?
Well,
what do you mean?
he didn't,
wait,
but
wait,
anyway.
Danny, you're talking about when we were going for the Europa League at the end of the season. We didn't give a shit about the league. Yeah,
I
that
didn't
was on
say
the
Europa
manager.
League. I said the Premier League.
Yeah, that was on the manager. 100%.
So it's all the manager's fault.
It was on.
didn't say that.
Ange chose to ignore the Premier League and go for Europa League. That was on him. Yeah.
So he says.
Well, he did. I mean, the facts check. We played a second team. We literally did.
I'm just devil's advocate here.
Somebody, look,
so
the
if a manager
title of
says
this
one
stream
thing, you
is
just believe
who's
him,
really
right?
to blame for Spurs'
It's
fall.
not about what
And
he said.
somebody's
It's
gonna
about what I
open
saw.
this, and this is what they're talking
What you
about.
saw, right? So you're going
Yeah.
on the eye test now.
I'm
Is that-
saying.
is that-
Just look at the fucking team
Look at the lineup.
selections.
That's all I'm saying. Look at the team.
He could have played a stronger team if he wanted to.
But he didn't. Oh my god.
What was
Oh
saying?
my god. I can't do this. I can't do this.
All right, look, let's end this show, man. We've been doing
enjoying
this
it.
madness in 2 hours, man.
And Postecoglou was the biggest liar out of all of them.
All right.
So
It's not
let's not believe
Alright,
everything
okay.
he says, Sim. All right.
All right. It's not about what he said. All right, doesn't matter. I can't.
I'm sorry.
Sim.
you guys live in this fantasy football world where a manager is so bad that he can't get his football players playing progressive football. In my opinion, wait until we get better players, and then you'll see a different Frank. I'm telling you this for a fact.
We have
Right?
not.
If he
No
doesn't
one
get there
said
and
Frank
gets
is so
sacked,
bad,
the
but
next
what he's
manager
done.
who comes in is going to be doing exactly the same. And if anything,
No,
I
they're
think
not.
worse.
They'll never get.
And okay,
Simmons
and
playing.
what
Should we
if
make a bet?
and what
Should we
if
make a
you're
bet?
wrong? And what
Should we
if
make a
you're wrong?
bet?
And
What's
what
the
if you're
bet?
wrong? What if you're wrong?
Should we make a bet?
Yeah, what's the bet?
What's
Let's
the
do a
bet?
bet for charity. £50
Yeah.
bet, right?
Yeah.
£50 bet. Like, if Frank continues this way, right, he ends up getting sacked. Do you think that? Should we do that first? Do you think he gets sacked?
Well, that's what we think. I don't understand.
Right. Let's do another bet. Another £50 bet, right?
Wait, do you?
Wait.
If-
What was the first bet?
What's the first bet?
Right. Okay. If Thomas Frank
Yeah.
continues in the way that he does,
Yeah.
right, do you think he will get sacked, or do you think he'll be given the chance to build his team?
What's the
I don't understand.
what's the timescale metric here?
Right. So, say if he loses all his games up until January.
Yes.
Do you think he gets sacked?
Probably.
Most
yeah.
likely.
If he loses every game until
Right.
January,
Okay.
Are
So
you saying
right.
he wouldn't?
If we bring
Or
in
at
a
least he
manager,
deserve to.
right? Say he gets sacked, right? If we bring a manager, the bet is this: do you think the manager can get a better tune out of these players?
Depends who the manager
Right.
is.
Oh my god! So, but
if we bring you in as a manager,
right,
probably not.
so okay, it's like every single thing we discuss. It's like, okay, who's the manager then? Who's the players then? Who's this then? Who's this then? There's so many things.
Variables,
Right? You
yeah,
have to
that's
take
football.
there's so many variables, exactly. But this is what you guys seem to not understand when you're talking about Frank playing progressive football with the fucking dross that we have in our football team. You're not even looking at the variables. You're just thinking,
I am.
okay, Thomas Frank, why don't you just do it, mate? I don't. Go on, Thomas. Go on, get the players playing progressive. Go on, mate.
Yeah, why doesn't he?
It's like you're saying like it's a simple thing. How can he play progressive passes, Tim, when our players don't know how to fucking control a football? We are the worst team in the league statistically on controlling a football. How can a fucking player not control a football?
So they're Premier League players and don't know how to control a ball.
Statistically, on FB Ref, we are the worst team in the league for controlling a football and
FBref
losing
doesn't even have
possession.
team statistics.
It does.
Losing possession of a ball.
Yeah.
Arian, tell me, why can our players not control a fucking football, and why
I'll
do
tell
our
you.
players lose the ball more than anyone else in the league?
Because we play
Okay.
long balls to them
Are
constantly.
you ready? Danny,
No.
Are you ready for one?
Tell me,
I'm-
why is
I'll tell you.
it Fulham? Why is it Fulham, Sim? Players could control a fucking
You just said
football
me.
more than us.
What happened to
Go
my
on, go on,
turn?
Arian.
Go on, Arian. Go on, Arian.
What happened to my turn? Danny, you said we have about 8 or 9 players who are good. Yeah, we got, and we'll build them from the back. Poro, you said Poro's good.
I think I'd keep Poro in the squad. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, Poro, Romero, Van de Ven,
Yeah.
Doggy, what's his name? Pelina,
Yeah.
Bergval. We're
Yeah.
counting, right?
Yeah.
Simmons,
Yeah.
Kudus,
Yeah.
Colomwani,
Yeah.
and then we're not gonna count Odegaard. You don't like Odegaard, right?
No, I like Odegaard in the squad.
Okay,
I
Odegaard.
think he's a good young
Odegaard.
player. I just don't think he's
but
ready.
these- okay, right. No, but he's not ready. Like I'm talking about players who
yeah.
are ready. Give me players you think who are ready. Give me players who you think are ready.
Ready, I think.
Yeah, Poro.
Poro,
You've already
Romero.
said Brennan Johnson should stay in the squad.
Brennan Johnson, I don't mind in the squad. I don't mind him in the squad, right? For
Poro,
now.
Romero, Van de Ven. Easy, yeah.
Van de
Udogie.
Ven.
Would you say
Right now,
Udogie's ready?
Udogie. Right now,
Okay.
yeah. I'd rather have someone better like Anthony Robinson. That's who I'd prefer. Because he's
Anthony
a proper
Robinson
left.
hasn't played in game in 2 months, so I don't know why you'd want that. But
I still would have him. He's a much better left wing back than Udogie
no,
is.
he's getting Ryan Sessegnon is playing ahead of him.
That's the point. Yeah, Ryan Sessegnon is playing ahead of him. But look what happened when we had Ryan Sessegnon.
So what's your
But
That's
point?
my point.
let's say a doggy, right?
Okay.
Okay.
And then Alinia,
Paulinho.
Bergval.
What? Who I would start right
Who
now?
would you start? Yeah.
Yeah, probably Bergval.
All right, Simmons,
Yeah, definitely.
Kudus, Colomani,
Yeah, yeah,
Odobert.
yeah.
Now, do you think that they can control a football? All those players.
Yeah, I think
Now,
they can.
maybe-
I think
maybe-
Muani is good at controlling football. I think
Maybe-
Kudus is brilliant. I think Simmons is too.
Now, maybe the error is coming from the fact that every time they get the ball, they've got an army of men around them.
Yes.
Danny, if I was to ask
Right.
you, who do you reckon who's miscontrolled the football the most? Who do you think it is in the Tottenham squad?
Can I guess too?
Richarlison, Johnson, probably Odobert.
Go on, Ariane, who do you
No
reckon it
way,
is?
Odobert. I don't hate the Richarlison guess, but
Saw?
I think the funniest answer has to be Colomani.
It's Kudus, by far.
It's Kudus. Oh,
By far. And then it's Rishi, and then it's Simmons, and then it's Moani. So all of those players just awful at controlling a football.
Hold on. What's those? Look, you just said. How can we use those statistics?
And the
when
per 90,
Simmons hasn't even played.
Ariane, per 90,
He hasn't even
Ariane,
started the
it's
last
Moani.
5 games. Sim.
Per 90, it's Moani. He's miscontrolled it the most. Per 90.
Moani's played like a few games of football.
Per 90. This is so
Oh my
given minutes
fucking
played.
days!
Given
I
his
can't
minutes
believe
played.
you're using this as a statistic. You have to
What?
be. You have to
Given
use.
minutes played.
You have to be. You have to be honest with statistics, right?
I'm being
You have to
honest.
use the statistics based
Yeah.
on how many times a player has fucking played a
He's
football
played
match.
four-
If
four-
they've only
just
played
over 4
If they've only
games.
played a few games, you're going to judge a player on his whole.
I'm not
per
judging a
90
player.
this season
I'm
because
not
he's
judging
played
a
4
player.
games of football.
I'm not judging
Are
a
you
player.
serious?
You're the one who brought up this stat of miscontrols.
Oh my fucking
I'm not
days.
judging him. I'm giving you what
Oh my
that stat
God.
looks like. You said miscontrol means he's shit. That's what you said. I'm saying per 90,
So are you
Moani
telling me-
miscontrols it the most? Nearly 5 times a game.
God. Yeah, but how many times does he control it? That's the thing. He controls a ball far more than Richarlison can ever control in his whole season in one match, Moani.
That's not what the stats say.
Richarlison
Oh
is
my
our top
God.
goal scorer.
Oh my fucking days. You guys are unbelievable, honestly. I've never heard such delusional Spurs fans in all my life. Honestly, it's ridiculous.
What delusion
It's
are you
ridiculous.
actually referring to?
So, to me, Moani is one of the most technical players in our squad. He can control a ball far better. When I've
we're
seen him
agreed.
play in the
Agreed.
small
Agreed.
amount of time, right? So, and you're gonna sit there and tell me because the statistic says he controls a ball less than fucking
Keep going.
Richarlison,
Keep going.
right? That
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
worse than Richarlison at controlling
No.
the football.
No.
Nope.
So what are you saying?
So
then?
maybe this whole miscontrol stat is not what you think it is.
No, because they're not looking at how many times a player actually does control the football in a match. So why don't you look at that stat, Sim, and see how many times did Moani control a ball in the match, not lose control of a ball, and then compare that to Richarlison, and then tell me how shit he is.
What's the stat on that? Just touches.
I don't know. No, touches is not. I don't even know if there is a stat for that.
Yeah, because why the fuck would there be a stat for that?
What would it be? Touches minus miscontrols would be how many times they've.
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
yeah. Is there
So
even a stat?
What, are we
Richarlison.
do- what the hell are we doing?
So touches. So that 1 minute, touch that so Richarlison would control it correctly 25 times a game. Because it would be he does 28 touches, 3 miscontrols. That's 25. Moani is 25
controls. That is
per game. Yeah.
that's surprising.
Guys, what are we
Wait.
doing?
Moani.
doing
Wait.
here?
Moani is 25 touches a game with 5 miscontrols. So Richarlison controls
Wow.
it more.
But how many times? Oh my God! How many games has Moani played, and how many games has Richarlison? Richarlison's played every fucking game. this season for
Richarlison
us.
has played 8.990s. Moani
What's that
4.2.
gotta do with anything?
Oh my God! It's just insane. This is
So-
like insane. It's like
Yeah,
speaking
what's
to,
ins-
it's like
what's
speaking to a
insane?
brick wall.
You've just been
It's like speaking-
disproven. I don't know. That's all.
No,
That's
no.
all. That's
It's not
what
being
happened.
disproven.
That's
Because
what
that's
happened.
no stats, Sim. You're not looking at the stats properly. That's the thing. You're looking at how many times Mwani's played. He's played a fucking few games. And Richarlison's played nearly every game this season.
Per 90.
Per
stats.
90, yeah. In how many times has Mwani played in the 90 minutes
But that
compared
takes
to
away
Richarlison?
that. But that takes away that. It's not a total
my
number. It's a
God.
per 90
Oh my
number.
God. Oh my God.
What do you mean? Oh my god!
This is insane. This is honestly
What's
insane.
insane about what I'm saying?
This is insane.
Danny, I'm sorry, but you're in the mud, mate.
No, this is
you are.
insane. You guys don't clearly watch what's going on. Honestly, it's mad. It's honestly mad. Like if you think Mwani
use stats
is
in
the
your
worst
favour
player
until you're
based on
disproven.
what you're
We
saying.
don't.
Based on
We
what
don't.
you're-
We
Danny,
don't.
the-
I'm
Danny,
saying
we don't.
the stat is
We're
bullshit. That's what
proving
I'm
you
saying.
wrong because you said we have the most miscontrols in the league, and we're trying to
do.
show you how irrelevant that is. Because Mwani has more miscontrols than Richarlison. But guess what? We all
And
agree
how-
that
how
Mwani's way
ma-
better.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we're telling you that stat is useless.
What I see in a game, what I've seen in Mwani, I don't see him lose control of a ball. I see
my
Richarlison
God.
lose control of a ball
Who cares?
all the fucking
Doesn't
time.
matter.
Doesn't matter.
So basically,
Danny,
what you're
Danny,
saying-
Memory is selective.
we all agree that Mwani is better than
Right.
Richarlison.
Okay,
we all
no,
agree
but
that.
If you all agree, then why are you going by that stupid stat then?
Because you brought it up!
Because you went by that
Oh my
stat.
God. No,
you said
I
this
go
stat
by.
is evidence
I'm
of how
saying
shit we are.
No.
That's what
I'm
you
going
said.
by. No. I said as a team we lose control of the ball more than anyone else. Then you started going into how many times Richarlison loses the ball and how many times Mwani loses the ball. I don't give a fuck about how many times one player loses the ball or not. As a team, we lose the ball more than anyone else in the league.
Okay, but you said it's evidence of that our players, right, can't control a football. And I'm saying the number one culprit is Kudus, who you think is a very good player. So it's
And
not
how
really
many times?
evidence of that.
But how many times can Kudus control a ball more than the other players in our fucking squad?
Oh my God.
What the fuck does that mean?
He might lose control more, but he probably fucking controls the ball more than all of the others put together.
Danny,
Because he gets the
Danny,
ball
forget
more than
it.
anyone
I'm done,
else.
I'm done.
Danny, can we
You
just
guys are fucking honestly
I'm
ridiculous.
done.
You're
I'm done.
absolutely
Danny,
bonkers.
Danny, can we please just leave it there now?
Yeah, let's do it. You guys are
my God.
bonkers.
How can we leave it there when we were 17th last season?
Bonkers. Absolute nuts. You fans deserve what you get with Spurs. That's all I'm saying.
Fans are the problem. We're back there. We're back there.
Always been a problem. Always will be.
But Danny, the bigger picture.
Bigger picture is I want to see these fucking shit footballers go out of my club, and I want to see proper footballers come into the club. That's what I want to see. That's the bigger picture for me. You go and get me more Kuduses across that pitch. You get a level of player.
And we get
on the
so
left-hand
many
side.
miscontrols.
Yeah.
That you're gonna lose your fucking mind.
Okay.
Why,
but hold
Ariane?
on.
Why,
So many-
Ariane?
so
Why are
many
you doing
miscontrols.
it?
You want to sit there and do this fucking dumb argument, but Kudus is the top assister in the league. Is that what you want to talk about, right?
Oh
okay.
my God, you're
I'll
disproving your own
I'll
argument.
take
You're
a player
We-
who can mix
all I'm
control
hearing
the
is
ball
we need more
as much
miscontrols.
as
Wait, let
fucking
him finish.
Kudus
Let him
does.
finish. Let him finish.
Right?
Go
As
on.
much as Kudus does,
You would take
if he
all the
can give me the
miscontrols.
amount of assists that he gives us.
Great point, Danny.
just-
Great point. It's almost as if miscontrol stat doesn't mean shit.
Oh my God.
Shall we just go back to comparing forward passes,
you guys are
please?
Stupid. Honestly, stupid.
We need more miscontrols. More miscontrols,
It's
less
ridiculous.
forward passes. This is
It's
the way.
ridiculous.
All right, look, let's leave it there, guys. I want to big up to Danny, big up to Ariane for
That was
coming on
carnage.
today.
That was carnage.
Thank you both for coming on today. Danny, I will see you on Saturday. I'll see you on Saturday. Ariane, good to see you.
We're gonna watch some more miscontrols, Ben.
Yes.
Especially
Maybe
if
we'll get a
Mohamed
forward
Kudus
pass.
is playing.
Maybe we'll get a forward pass on Saturday. So.
Yeah, but big up to both of you. Big up to the live chat as well, who have stuck with us all this way. I got Daigle WhatsApp calling me
What's
on
he-
video.
what's
What
he
was
saying?
he
Oh,
like?
please
Is
get
he-
him on right now, real quick. What's he gonna say?
Brighton,
Daigle?
do you know we're live?
Are you still live
Yeah, we're still live. And you are now live.
on the panel show?
Yes, mate.
Yes.
Mate,
Brian's a-
I turned off when I had a shower and everything. You're still going. I'll leave you be.
Do you have a message for the panel?
Are they still there?
Thomas,
Harry and
Frank,
Danny?
They can hear you. They can hear you.
Just like I love them dearly. Danny, your screaming was at epic levels today.
Fantastic.
Epic levels. Listen, I'll let you get back. You're on live, so I'll let you go, boys. I didn't know you're still live.
Yeah, we're just about to wrap up the show, so it's good to have you on the show as well.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be on there, brother. Pleasure to be on there. Enjoy the rest of the show, people.
I'll speak to you later.
Thomas Frank kid. Thomas Frank's Blue Whale Army.
Big up. And there you have it. Big up to all of you guys. We'll see you all very soon. Press conference. Press conference should be up, or it will be up very, very soon.
And got some super chats we can go through.
Oh, go through. This is gonna cause. We'll be
Oh,
here
this
for
is
an
gonna be
hour.
one. Oh my god, I'm so excited.
God, there's quite a few actually.
Oh, mate.
I'm sure there was. That was cinema.
Ninacho says Kuda's first season was class at West Ham.
That's because
How many miscontrols did he have?
Yeah, I'll
How many
take
This
a look
season, he probably had more that season than this season.
Yeah,
Yes,
how about per 90?
exactly, Daddy, you're getting it. Malware says, boys, we are so crap and boring. The British Army is going to start using Spurs highlights as a torture tactic. Isaac Newton. Is it? Yeah, Isaac Newton says, to end the debate, would you rather replace Frank with one of the top 3 managers in the Premier League or replace 5 our starting 11 with 5 realistic transfer targets?
Ooh, I would probably take the manager, to be honest.
I think the players.
What over Pep Guardiola?
Would you rather get one of the top 3 managers in the league, or would you rather get 5 new players in the starting 11?
5 new
Yeah,
players.
here's the thing. It's kind of skewed though, because he said 5 realistic targets. Like Pep Guardiola is never fucking realistic, right? I think Arteta. Who are the 3 top right now? Arteta, Pep, or
Slot maybe, or Emery maybe.
It's not Slot. Slot's in like 8th.
Emery.
Maresca? Nah, not Maresca.
Maresca's a good manager.
It's Emery in 3rd. So I would probably take Pep or Arteta over, like, if it was like.
There is no over my dead body is Mikel Arteta coming to this football club. I'll tell you that.
Someone
I'm
as
taking
good
the
as
players.
Like, if it was like, would you rather replace like Odobert with fucking, like, who's the best left winger in the league right now? It's actually a hard question.
Best left winger in the league.
Semenyo.
Semenyo's not been good for like a month, for sure.
He's been injured.
Has he?
Yeah, he has.
Yeah.
Okay.
Semenyo is the best left winger in the league.
Would you rather get Klopp in or sign Gibbs White and Rafael Leao?
Oh, Klopp. Klopp is just different. Klopp is different. Klopp would turn some of these players. Yeah.
No. Don't even say that fucking sentence. Klopp would turn some of these players good. Don't even fucking say that. That's what every fan was. That's what every fan was saying about Thomas Frank, and look at what's happened now.
Exactly.
So no, he wouldn't, because these players are shit. These players are fucking shit. No one can turn them good.
Can't we just get Klopp, and when we have Klopp, sign some good players?
No,
Klopp
that's
took
not how
5 years to get.
That's not the hypothetical.
But it will take Ben. It will take 5 years, just like he did at Liverpool. It will take 5 years.
Yeah, but he also got to 2 cup finals in his first season.
Oh my god.
Was it his first season? He got
All right, next
finals.
super chat. And Nacho says, our front 3 is not the problem, it's the tactics. Oh, here we go. Another 2 hours.
You better quickly move on to the next super chat.
Quick. We're running out of time.
Nacho says, Ariane, you can't say Mbuemo is better than Kudus. They are required to do different things. Kudus has to contribute more on defence, affecting out offensive output. If Mbuemo doesn't score, he's not effective.
Okay, I can say
true.
Lionel Messi's a better player than Cristiano Romero. They're different players. Like, I can still say that.
You can't say it, he says.
Of course I can.
You're not allowed. You're not allowed, Aaron.
Ariane,
You're the
you're
problem, Ariane.
deluded. You're deluded.
Joey Boy says, I have a great time. Keep up, guys, with the laugh.
I'm glad you had a great time. Let us know who had a great time in the comments section. Is that it, yeah?
That's it.
All right, now it's the real time to wrap up. Ariane, big up yourself. Danny, big up yourself, mate. And
Big up,
we'll
boys.
see you all tomorrow for preview day. Like, subscribe, and comment. And as always, come on, you Spurs.
Plays out.